Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
Okay. They start with 80% fuel. Oh. Welcome to World Cup by GT Champions. We are in Season 7, Round 3. I am your host, Tatiana, aka E Dirty Tati. I'm joined by my good friend, Paul Marquardt, who may or may not be able to get on the mic right now. Paul, you around? Paul's not right.
We're working on it. We're working on it. No, we're here. We're working on it.
He's here and he's working on it. We're so glad to see you guys here at GT Champions World Cup. Of course, it is our 3rd round. And of course, our sponsor, Origin Micro, is the reason that we're able to do this. Origin Micro is here for all of your IT needs. Even if you're not in IT, they've got all sorts of computer components and parts, but certainly if you are an IT professional, they have everything that you need. You can find out more information by emailing them at sales@originmicro.com. Simray City is our second sponsor here this season at GT Champions World Cup. Simray City is here for all of your sim racing needs. If you need rigs, screens, they've got whole systems ready to go, turnkey systems, wheel, pedal sets, whatever you need, they've got you. You can get faster with Simray City, I promise. And finally, I want to tell you guys about the GT Champions Winners Coin. This is the coin that every champion in every lobby of the World Cup Series, or really any GT Champions League series, gets when they win it. The coins are individually numbered, so you do have a truly unique trophy to commemorate your win. If you want to win one, you got to sign up for one of our championships. You can check them all out at gtchampions.com. So, about our crew tonight, it is me, Tatiana, as you see, and Paul Marquardt on the left there, joined by Chris Ball, fourth in the row. He's our producer tonight. You may hear his voice, we'll see, but he's definitely in my ear, running the show, running the cameras, and you guys should be very grateful to have such a great guy on the crew here. I know, I am.
Aww.
So, he says, aw. Let's get into today's round. We are, of course, at Yamagiwa. Well, do you want to show us the welcome screen, or do you have a screen, Chris, showing all the rules and stuff? No, this works. This works. That's fine. We're at Kyoto Yamagiwa. One of the original tracks of Gran Turismo came out with Gran Turismo Sport, a fictional track that is in Japan. And tonight we're driving the Jaguar GR3 car on it. The Jag is a formidable beast. I love that car. Front engine, rear wheel drive, supercharged V8, 552 horses. It's a fantastic car. This track is going to be really punishing on it, though. It's a 3.052 mile track with 15 turns, and there are two brutal sweepers that will be eating up those right-hand side tires as drivers go along. Last week, we had a spectacular race at Laguna Seca. Chris called it. Our finish order in that race. These are standings. Do you have the finishing order for last week? Oh, we don't have that. Well, our standings after last week's race are Lucas leading the championship in first place. My teammate, S7R The Truth, right after him in second place. ERA Jakey in third. S2T Banana is in fourth in the championship. And then we've got O Denim in fifth. Finalized in sixth, Sir Shredda Knight in seventh place, S7R Rusty Maggots in eighth, S7R Stig Zanders in ninth, S7R Nuke in 10th. We are representing TTV Black Friday in 11th, TTJ Set in 12th, Gravedigger in 13th, BVL Cyclone Dan in 14th, and TT Ghost in 15th. Those are our standings. Let's take a look at the grid order for today. Paul, are you able to read today's grid order? Are you back?
I am here. So, making sure I'm on the right screen here for grid order. Lobby 1. So, Lucas on pole position. Fantastic. Second place, Oden. Third place, ST2 Banana. Fourth place, Sir Shredder Knight. Fifth place, F1 Finalized. Sixth, first of Tati's brethren, S7R Stig Xander. Seventh place, ERA Jakey. Eighth place, S7R Rusty Maggots, probably my favorite name. Ninth, Gravedigger, also a fantastic name. 10th, TTV Black Friday. 11th, BVL Flash. 12th, BFER Knutson. 13th, S7R Nuke. And the last row is 14th with Mobile Edge. And starting from the back is 15th, Gurgle Gurgle.
Thank you so much, Paul. You're right. Some of the names in this championship are amazing. It's hilarious. Prez, take us on track. I'd love to see what folks are doing, or if they're ready for the green flag, or to take the green flag. Let's go. Ooh, cloudy weather today. Let's talk about it. So the drivers will be starting with 80% fuel in their cars. The fuel rate is at 1x. Tire wear is at 2x today, and thankfully it's cloudy, so hopefully the track will be nice and cool and help save those tires. The racing mediums and racing hards are both required. You get one pit stop, so drivers will either be changing from the mediums to the hards or the hards to the mediums. The weather, again, is early morning and cloudy, and it will stay that way throughout the race. No worries. We're just waiting on everybody to get on track and get ready to go here. Teams are taking tire warmers off. Drivers are strapping in. Paul, this is one of my favorite tracks in Gran Turismo ever since it came out. I don't think you race here very much. I don't know that I've ever been in one of your lobbies and gone here. Do you like it?
I do like Yamagiwa. I think it's a ton of fun. And I'm actually usually... I like it backwards, too, which probably makes me a heretic. But I'm a fan of Yamagiwa.
I've had to race it backwards only one time in one championship. And I don't know if I ever want to again, because that first chicane, Absolutely not. I hate that thing backwards. It's so scary forwards. Backwards is just even more awkward. But maybe we should try it out. We should give it a try in a random lobby.
I'm down. I'll crush you. That's cool.
That's fine. That's fine. What's always funny is like there are certain tracks that you just don't run in open lobbies. You know what I mean? Like you don't run a popular track backwards in an open lobby because nobody knows it. It's a mess. But every now and then it's fun to like throw people for a loop. So I think this is one that we should do. I don't think we've ever done a track backwards in this championship. Chris, have we? On all the years we've been doing World Cup? Some we have. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter because I hear that everyone's lining up right now. We're about to go green on the grid. This is a grid start race. That means these guys are going to have to figure out how to launch that Jaguar neatly. The lights are up. They are all lined up. False starts are penalized. They got to keep their foot on that brake or that finger on that e-brake button until the light turns green. If they go before, then they're in trouble. Here we go. Let's hope for a clean launch. And green, green, green. Nobody jumped the launch. Fantastic. We got to see how turn 1 goes. It is a sweeper, one of those first brutal sweepers I was talking about here. And usually you can get through neatly. Look at that. We got a nice Christmas livery by Shred. Paul, I'm looking forward to the liveries today. Are you not?
I am as well, yes. First place now, Lucas Oden. Third place, Sir Shred. Pretty clean here through the first two, 1.5 sectors of the lap.
Yep, absolutely. So far, so good. I haven't seen too many position changes, though I do see some people side by side. ERA Jakey trying to get in there with, I think it was Xander that he was racing along with. We're still, too wide coming out of that second sweeper there. And now downhill, headed to the chicane. 3 wide almost into the chicane. That's not going to work. You can't even do it 2 wide. Somebody is going to have to give up the position. And it looks like Xander does. Going through, everybody gets through neatly. Typically by this point, if someone was going to crash, they would have crashed already. Let me not speak too soon, though. Here comes that sharp hairpin. Big opportunity, big loss opportunity. Oden losing positions. 3rd, 5th. He's up into 4th next to Jakey, but Jakey is not leaving him much room. Who is going to give up this corner first? Jakey's got the inside for the chicane. Oh, a little bump. Oden's off the track. He's off the track. He's going to get back on safely. He did tap the wall, but I don't see any damage on his car. More positions lost. Down to 12th. 13th right behind him. He's almost last. Meanwhile, Lucas already starting to run away with it. 3 seconds on top of Banana already.
Lucas shot from a cannon out of here, out of lap 1. S2 Banana in 2nd place. ERA Jakey, like you said, in 3rd. Super tough first lap for Oden, now all the way down to 12.
Yep, that's very unfortunate, but he's got a lot of race to try and make up for that. It is what it is, but I think he should have given up that corner before that final chicane there. Oh, Mobile Edge already into the pits. I see some damage on that car. That front splitter is messed up. Probably didn't feel confident that he'd be able to make up time, so he took some time to pit. It's a short pit stop here, actually. Not too bad. So I don't think that was the wrong move. So far, behind our leader, we are now single file. Jakey with a purple 2nd sector there as they head into, where are we, the chicane? Yes. Look at that. Cut that corner as much as you can.
Working lap 3. Standing starts are always so tough. So much energy, so much traffic. But, I mean, not too bad of a start. Obviously, Oden's off there halfway through the first lap. Not the greatest way to start the day. But aside of that, a relatively clean start for the whole grid. I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he didn't fall too far off of the order. Honestly, the person who's got the worst start is obviously the person who pitted, who I can't remember right now for some strange reason. Mobile Edge, yes. So Mobile Edge is back there all alone, looking pretty much like Lucas is on the first end here. He is still running away from everyone else. Can we get a rundown of what tires people are running? I'd like to see. Having trouble.
Yeah, first place, Lucas asks here on the Racing Hards. If you can cycle down through us, TV control. Banana on hards as well. Third place, ERA Jakey running hards. Fourth place, F1 finalized. Medium tires. So our first medium taker running fourth place, about 1.2 seconds off the lead. Sir Shredded Knight at hard tires. S7R Stig Xander, hard tires. Rusty Maggots, still my favorite name. Hard tires. And yeah, looking like hards the rest through the field here. So something to keep watch of then is fourth place. They're running.
Oh, Black Friday.
Black Friday off and back on. Oh, and someone back out there.
I think
didn't see who it was.
Is that Odin again back there? Or no, it was Gurgle. They got back on okay, but both of them mowing the lawn there. But I think Gurgle's back in. He's going to have to go slowly through that chicane, though. Here comes the replay. This was Nuke and Odin going at it. But that's not who went off.
Oh, Black Friday went up on its own. Unforced error for Black Friday. Completely unforced error.
That's right. And unfortunately, Nuke followed him out there. Probably a little bit of dirty air, maybe. Getting them. It happens in that sweeper.
TV control, can we get back to fourth place? I want to make sure that that it's ERA Jakey that had the medium tires. Is that who we're watching? It isn't. Who's on the medium tires? I missed that now. We've shuffled around a little bit.
Who's on mediums? Was it Shred the Knight? Shredder? Yes.
No, it's finalized. So F1 finalized running on mediums at the front.
Someone on this track has damage. Oh, they're pitting right now. That's Black Friday. After hitting that wall, he did have a hard hit coming out of that second sweeper. So now he's going to pit for damage. Get that fixed. Wasn't too bad a stop. Again, this is a 2-hour-long race. You can see that timer in the top center of your screen there. So these drivers have plenty of time to make up if they're quick. It's not that long a track. And it's a super fun track to lap, even by yourself. But you can make up a lot of time here if you're not fighting. Oh, look at that. I think that's a pass. That's finalized over Banana to get into second place. Those mediums getting put to work there for him. Banana off in the grass. He's a little off his game. Jakey is also going to take the third position. Banana falling down from second to fourth in 2 corners. Can he get it back together here? Shred the Knight is right behind them, looking to try and catch up. Meanwhile, Finalize has now to run away, try to catch Lucas. But this is so far a 4-way battle for second here.
And this is an interesting conversation. Finalize on the softer tire. How much energy does he put into the tires to catch Lucas, but not burn up his strategy and toast those tires too soon?
Well, I will say it's super easy to toast them up here. Obviously, if he takes it easy in those sweepers, he can probably save him a little bit. Everywhere else is not too hard on his tires, but this is a very, very counterclockwise track. I mean, there's a lot of left turns here. The right-hand side tires are going to take a lot of punishment. I have some ideas on how long he can go on the mediums, or how long he should be able to go. About 32 laps is what I'm hearing, strategy-wise. Somewhere between 30 and 33 laps for the mediums, and then you run 43 on the hards. So he's going to run the majority of this race on that hard tire. So unless he can get away from Lucas in this first half, he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
or catch
understood.
Lucas and get away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's do a quick reset here. Lap 5, just about 10 minutes gone into the race. Lucas leads, as we had just been saying, with Finalized in chase on the softer tire, and the podium being rounded out by Jakey. 4th place, Banana. 5th place, Shred Dark Knight. Shred Tonight. What am I getting Dark Knight from? 6th place, Gravedigger. 7th place, S7R Stig Xander. And 8th place, Rusty Maggots. Fastest lap remains, to no surprise, the fastest running car on medium tires. So now, yes, working lap 6. We're looking here at Odin. Had a strong start to the race, and then immediately fell off with that trip to the grass. He's recovered a little bit, though. He was down to 12th, if I remember correctly, Toddy. Back up to 9th now, so he's climbing forward, moving in the right direction.
Yep, he's doing what he can. He's quick, which is why he started towards the top of the order, so no surprise there. Nuke also seems to be back in his rhythm, though down in 11th place. Everyone's kind of spread out, but still close enough to make things happen. This long front straight, obviously an opportunity for good slipstreaming, but turn 1 isn't really a good spot for passing. There's not much of a braking zone. It's like a light tap, and so it's hard to make a move in a turn 1, I think, here. So it feels like that long straight is almost wasted, right? You just kind of want to get a slingshot and then dive on the brakes, but there's no braking to do. You just kind of hope you get the inside line for that sweeper, and that's it. Finalize catching up to Lucas.
Here we go. On board with Finalize out of the chicane, catching Lucas. He is absolutely on a tear. We have to kind of wonder if Finalize's strategy is to pass and push as hard as he can to build a gap to get that track position, but
that's all he can do. But he does have to make those mediums last 32 laps, somewhere in that range. If they go 28 or something, he's going to spend too long on the hards. He's going to get caught by people on mediums behind him. So he's got to make short work
100%.
of Lucas here without fighting too hard, and then take it easy on those tires while still widening that gap. It's going to be a tall order.
Agreed. So now working lap 6, finishing lap 6, now coming to lap 7. 10 minutes gone. Before we do these races, Todd, I always think, how are we going to talk for 2 hours? And then you blink and the entire race goes by. Finalized to the lead.
Yep, there's the move there. Actually, it wasn't a move. Lucas let him go. Lucas knows there's no reason to fight. So lets him have it. Went a little wide in turn 1 there. So Finalized now just going to be hot lapping for a little bit. Lucas is probably going to try to use him as a bit of a tow, maybe, if he can keep up on the hards. He's so quick. He might be able to. Ooh, Xander chasing Gravedigger down. He is on his bumper. Where can he make a move? They're in that second sweeper now. The next opportunity is diving on the brakes in the chicane that's coming up here. Maybe not the best place to make a pass because it's a little slow, but if he can get good speed through the chicane and make it up that hill, there's an opportunity at the hairpin coming up right here. So I do want to watch how Xander does this. Takes it easy in the chicane. Doesn't really seem to gain much. I don't think he's going to be able to dive to the inside. He's going to have to be a little more patient to set up a move here.
This corner right now that we're watching here, Gravedigger working through, is so deceiving. You approach so fast, but you have to get the car slowed down so much to make it around that corner. It always catches me out.
You do, but it's so much fun. And then you want to squirt out of it as quickly as possible. But of course, in a rear-wheel drive car, it's easy to spin it. Oh, Flash almost losing the rear end in the grass there. That's another, trap on this track. Right after you finish that hairpin, even if you figured it out, you've got that final chicane to get through, and the outside of that chicane comes up so quick, and that grass will just either spin you or catch you and you're stuck in it. One or the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flash, Nuke, and Gurgle back to back, heading into turn 1. Xander still chasing behind Gravedigger. I wonder if Xander is trying to pass, or if he's just like, hey, I've got somebody to punch a hole in the air in front of me here. Let me take advantage of it.
They're looking at, Gravedigger, what we're looking at right here, they're 10.6 working towards 11 seconds off the leader on lap 8, headed towards lap 9. Ooh, onto the grass. Okay, Gravedigger back on track. So, Toddy, it's 6-12, half dozen the other. They could be just trying to maintain here. Xander just trying to, take the helpful tow, or he is trying to get around. I don't know. It's too early to tell with the different strategies again. But I feel like if he wanted to pass, he certainly seems to have the pace to do so.
I think he does as well. So obviously we watch it, and if he passes, yeah. If he doesn't, I think it's because he's saving. I don't think it's because he can't. Ooh, Flash and Nuke, a little bit of contact there just as we switch the camera to them. It's a 3-way battle for 10th here. You got Nuke, you got Flash, like I said, Gurgle lurking in the background there. What a name. I can't even say that seriously.
Yeah. I'm so glad I haven't had to say it yet. I'm hoping I can go the entire race without having to talk about him, because I will start laughing 100%.
Sorry, Gurgle. We care, and hopefully we see you come out triumphant in this battle. But anyway, these three have been together for a little bit now, a few laps. Maybe they'll keep running together. I love to see a pack work together or against each other, honestly, all race long. That's always fun to see, too. Do we have any other battles on track? Anything besides... Yeah, let's check out this battle for 6th and 7th. Ooh.
Yeah, I think this is let's stay here, TV. This is not a bad place to be. they're, I mean, Xander's on Gravedigger like a cheap suit. So I don't know if he's just biding his time. But, again, I mean, the last time we covered this a lap and a half ago, they were 10 seconds off the lead. We're now pushing 13 and a half, almost 14 seconds. So they're definitely losing time. Whether or not they're intending to do this, if this is part of the strategy or not, they are clearly falling off the leaders. It looks like almost over a second a lap.
Absolutely. So if Xander's got the pace, it probably behooves him to go ahead and make the pass and not fall too far off of the leaders. Probably doesn't have a chance at first being this far off, but certainly maybe a chance at something better than 7th, even a podium. And we have so much racing left. You want to get closer to the people in front of you. Shred the Night is 5.9 seconds, 6 seconds ahead of Gravedigger now. And I think this is a move from Xander on the inside of that final sweeper. Didn't make it happen, but now he is really, really close in that slipstream. Gravedigger not trying to give him too much of it. I think Xander maybe slowed himself down too much in that final corner, and so won't have an opportunity here. But again, I think he needs to get around Gravedigger so he doesn't lose touch with Shred the Night. I mean, they kind of already have. It's 6 seconds to Shred the Night. That's he basically bisects their gap to first. And I think Xander wants to be up there.
Well, another thing that is interesting to mention, as I trip over my own words, is looking at the lap time roster here for Xander. Aside of the opening lap, which of course will be slower with the standing start, he's running within a second every lap. So up to the point where he caught Gravedigger, and now running behind him. He's been sitting in the mid 136s, low 136s, a rare errant 137, and even a 135, but nothing out of the ordinary now that he's caught him. So he might feel comfortable here.
I need to pause and ask, did you just say errant?
I did.
Wow. Somebody's been in the dictionary app. We love it here. Shred the Night with a little bit of pressure from Banana. We did watch Banana fall from like 2nd place to 5th. I wonder if he's trying to come back on folks now. Shred with that Christmas livery. Who else has it finalized? I think has the same livery, but in green in 1st place there. Oh no, Shred the Night!
Night off the track. There it goes. Xander. Xander through.
Xander's got it. Shred the Night is gonna have damage on that car, surely. No damage. How? I swear I watched him hit the wall. There's no way. Oh, wow. He just barely skirted it. What a save. Look, one more time for that.
One more look here.
Chris
so he
again.
He kind of fades wide.
Oh,
he gets a little bit of
he oversteered a little.
Yeah, I think he overcorrected. The rear of the car caught him out exiting and just pointed him right where he did not want to be. But luckily, I think he gathered it up right shy of the Armco. So lucky.
So lucky. I thought he tapped the wall really hard. No, that was just him correcting himself. Either way, Banana threw Jakey 2.3 seconds ahead, and now all Banana has to do is run and chase. I think he's got more pace than Shred the Night, so he shouldn't have to worry about anything behind him. Ooh, don't get too much in that grass, though. Oh, man. Oh, that was something. It did slow him down a lot. Shred the Night now down to 1.5 seconds is that gap. So Banana with a little bit of oops moment there. So now Jakey's 3 seconds ahead instead of just 2.3. What's going on with Xander and Gravedigger? Xander so much closer now. Literally again. His wing. Oh my gosh. He's like move. Different inflections there.
Now we know what Toddy's like in Atlanta traffic. Anyways, let's go to the top here. Look at finalized. Look at lap. Now we're working lap 11. Finalized in the lead with a nice 6.6 second lead over Lucas. 3rd place, still ERA Jakey. I'm watching Jakey. I feel like he's playing it cool. He's not having us talk about him, which is always a good way to play the race. Yeah. He's got, he's less than a second behind 2nd place, but a nice, comfortable lead over 4th. And I think, again, he hasn't done anything to warrant us getting onto his case. So that could be something to look at here as we move forward into the race. Now nearly 20 minutes gone, 1 hour, 41 minutes remaining in this endurance race.
Yep, I think Jakey's doing great. He usually does. I can't remember where he finished in the last race. I probably can look that up in our Discord here. But yeah, Jakey is usually one of those who just quietly is there. Doesn't have a lot of drama, but finishes pretty high in the races. Oh, was that a little bit of sideways action there for Gravedigger in 6th place? I think he got a little sideways in the chicane. That's giving Xander an opportunity, but he is making that Jaguar so wide. Oh my gosh. Xander just can't get around him. Gravedigger, confirmed, has the biggest Jaguar in the world. Do we agree?
Yeah, these are Michael Schumacher levels of, oh, I'm sorry, am I in your way? Absolutely, Gravedigger putting on a pretty good clinic of, I'm going to go as fast as I want, and you're still not going to get past me.
Yep, we're at my speed, and that's that. Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, TV, can we go to Gravedigger real quick? I'm going to look at their lap times, how we looked at Xander's. If we can go to Gravedigger real fast. Yeah, so Gravedigger, again, I mean...
TV.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, TV. We'll maybe call him Chris later on. So, yeah, looking at Gravedigger, thanks, TV. We're looking at Gravedigger.
I'm a real boy.
Again, his lap times are also very consistent considering how close they're running together. So often you would see, drivers battling like this. Lap times would probably be jumping around a little bit more, obviously, as they get into a rhythm. But they're both pretty level-headed, which is... what's giving us the good racing on track. But, again, less than 3/10 separate them. But I will call attention again, Toddy, now nearly 20 seconds off the lead. So since we started talking about them,
here's the move.
Here's the move
into the chicane.
Oh, yeah, down to the inside. Yep, take the chicane.
Oh, Gravedigger brave, keeps it around the outside, refuses to give him the position. Gravedigger, that was awesome. I mean, let my teammate by, but that was amazing. I would have been too scared. I would have been like, you got it, bro. This is all you. Fantastic move, but it is slowing them down. Look who's behind them in the same frame. Rusty. And who's that behind Rusty?
Yeah.
Oden? I think that's Oden. He wants to get out of 9th.
It is Oden. Oden is starting to catch up. But again, now, if we go to Gravedigger again to finish my thought from earlier before they so rudely interrupted me by amazing on-track passing, is we are now over 20 seconds off the lead. So we either are shaping up here to see kind of that second tier of the race as 1st through 5th stretches out with now a 7-second lead over 6th place, or strategy could come into place and we could see everything accordion back together. But here we go again, around turn 1. Yep.
Oh, careful around here. That outside comes up real quick, and once again, Xander out of it. Gravedigger just with the shorter path around that corner. It's such a long sweeper. If you just stay in it on the inside, you're going to win every single time. Meanwhile, here comes Rusty. A much better run through the S's than either of them. And now Rusty is fully in this battle with Oden right there with him. It's a 4-way battle, guys. Does Xander keep trying to get around Gravedigger, or does he decide, hey, we got to do something? We got to get away from these guys. Rusty's a teammate. You'll notice they're in the same livery, that S7R livery. Do the S7R guys gang up on Gravedigger, or does Xander need to watch his back? I don't know.
Let's just confirm here, TV. Can we confirm that they're all on the hard tire? Is 5th through 8th all running hards? Okay. So everyone's on the same tire compound. Obviously, I don't believe anyone in this group has pitted. So we are looking at, this is a true battle on track for, 6th through 9th, which is
Can we take a quick
exciting.
look? Absolutely. I'd like to see tire wear between these guys. This is Gravedigger's tire wear. Can we go back to... Black Friday in the pits. Was that a fueling stop as well, or just damage? No, he couldn't. He wouldn't have fueled up.
Catch it in time.
He wouldn't have fueled up.
I don't see fuel.
No, that's against the rules. For him. He's going to come out in 14th. He comes out just in front of whoever that was in 15th. I think CV for getting out of there. Lucas.
Real brief here. Let's go to first place real quick here. Finalize the medium tire.
We have a battle going on for not last and a battle going on for 2nd and 3rd. Oh no, this is not a battle. This is okay, my bad. Black Friday was just lapped. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, so we go back to finalize. The medium tire tells its story, right? Look at the right front. Clearly getting used a lot now as we work lap 15, nearing 30 minutes now into the race, 25 to be specific, because I can't do math. So finalized, 9.7 second over 2nd place, but his medium tires, let's switch TV to 2nd place and look at his hard tires. much better. A considerable improvement for Lucas versus finalized. So is 9.9 seconds? Is he stretching it out enough? I don't know. I would think we'd want to see maybe a little bit more, but yeah, time will tell. Yeah,
I don't know, but I want to go back and talk about that battle for 7th. Xander is through. I think we just missed the pass. Do we have a replay? We don't have a replay of that. It's okay. Gravedigger has lost that position and maybe now in danger of losing more, but Xander's going to try to get away with him or get away from him and try to get out of that. RG Bargy, oh, here comes a move from Rusty. He's got a good run out of the last corner, not much slipstream. Gravedigger is going to go ahead and go defensive. He knows, again, if he stays inside, eventually he's going to come out of that corner ahead of Rusty, and there it is. Rusty has to slow down to make the corner on the outside there. Gravedigger, again, with the shorter path, makes the same defensive move that he did before. Odin now looks like maybe he wants to get around Rusty because he's like, you couldn't get the move done. I'm going to get it done into a sweeper here. I'm going to get around you, and then I'll go get Gravedigger. Rusty on the outside again through a long sweeper. It's not going to work out for him, but maybe he can get a run coming out of it down the hill into the chicane. It can be hard because then Odin's car's right there. I mean, the car in front of you will always be in the way coming out of that sweeper, no matter what you do, even if you get a good run. It's just the way it's shaped. And so Rusty just has to concede. He's in 9th place. He's lost position. He's lost 2 positions, Gravedigger and Odin, now ahead of him. Or rather, sorry, he was never ahead of Gravedigger, so just 1 position lost. Xander with a little bit of a gap, not much. Paul, I wanted to go back to what you were saying about tires. Yeah, so Finalized is only halfway through his stint with those mediums. Again, ideally he'd go 32 laps, but like we were on lap 15, or we were finishing lap 15, and that right front was already looking terrible.
Yeah. I no argument for me there. But, again, to call attention to, to 3rd place, Jakey, his tires look great, and he is not really bleeding that much time off of 2nd place. He is still comfortably just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
So,
within striking
distance. We need to keep continued watch on ERA Jakey. I think he's playing a smart race, being very, very patient.
Absolutely is. I was looking for the finishing order for the last race, and I can't find it. It just doesn't exist in places that I would think I could find it.
Great minds think alike. I was just about to ask. This is my first commentation. Making up
commentation.
Words. This is my first time in the booth with you this season. I'm curious to know. We were rattling through everything before the race. Between Finalized and Lucas, who's ahead in the championship?
Yeah,
TV's going to get that for us in a couple of moments here. In the meantime, we're looking at Lucas.
Lucas is in 1st place, as I recall, after the championship. Finalized was not 2nd, I don't think. Okay, we got an image being sent to us now.
Okay, back to on track while TV and Toddy find that. Finalized continues to lead, working lap 18 ahead of, like we said, Lucas. 3rd place, ERA Jakey. Another one, too, is ST2 Banana. He's also kind of just hanging in there, but a little bit further off. 14 seconds now off the lead, the ultimate lead of Finalized.
Yeah, Banana's pretty quick. He podiumed last week. Shredda, or 2 weeks ago. Shredda now in the pits. Is this for damage? Yes. He's got rear end damage. That rear wing going to be slowing him down in that long straight, so definitely not what he wants. So he's going to jump in. Again, that pit stop is so short. How fortunate is that?
Holy smokes, that was incredibly fast.
Look where he comes out. He comes out in contention for a position. He luckily is able to hold on to 11th place there behind Gurgle. And man,
Gurgle almost gobbled him up right there. I'm not saying that again. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
You are not sorry, and it's okay. You don't have to be. It's fine. No judgment here. But yeah, Gurgle loses out on that position. Meanwhile, yeah, Jakey just in 3rd place, just kind of chilling. I'm trying to find our race results for the last race. Man, we gotta change how that works. But yeah,
Talk to
Jakey.
TV, right?
Yeah, we gotta talk to TV and let them know, hey, we need to change to that worse. Ooh, Jakey almost gets a little caught out in the grass there. That right rear, so easy to catch in the grass. And again, it just takes another inch, another half inch, and you are whee all the way around that corner in front of everybody, actually. It's kind of embarrassing when it happens. But Xander up into 5th, 2.5 seconds ahead of Odin now, who has made his way past Gravedigger as well. So Gravedigger did end up losing that position to Odin. So Xander off into the wind, Odin past the 2 people that he was stuck behind, and now trying to catch back up to Xander. Gravedigger still not safe. Rusty Maggots was just right on his bumper, and he got the inside for the sweeper, so he should get the position here. Gravedigger's going to try to hang it around the outside. He knows he can get the inside for the S's. They are just massively slowing each other down here. It's so slow to go through those S's 2 by 2. But Gravedigger holds on to it. What in the world? I thought he was going to lose out on that position for sure, but he doesn't. Gravedigger, man, that's 2 really brave and really stubborn defensive moves that we've seen in the last few laps by him. That cost him dearly, though. 2 seconds to Odin. Paul,
fantastic racing. Say again, Toddy? Sorry?
I said you're stubborn like that. What goes through your head when you refuse to let a position go?
Well, when I'm racing you, my first strategy is to usually ignore you. But after that, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, but it also really depends on the strategy, right? If you're playing the long game and this position doesn't really matter and you're fighting for it anyways, bad idea. And like you just said, holding each other up, considerably lowered car speed through the S's there, and ultimately hurting lap time and probably using up more tire than you need to. I want to call attention to, real briefly, Odin is having the recovery drive of the night. He was well off on lap 1, and he's recovered all the way back to 6 and continues to charge forward. And considering how hard he's driving, his tires look fantastic in my estimation.
He's just been smooth and keeping it real cute, and that's usually a sign of someone who's got speed, right? I bet you Lucas's tires also look great up there in 2nd place. I do actually. Chris, could we go to 1st and 2nd? I want to compare their lap times. I want to see how the medium is faring against the hard. So, Finalize has been running steady 35s, just getting into the mid 35s in the last lap here, but steady low 35s. What's Lucas running? Lucas has also been running 35 higher, of course, but still less than a second between the 2 of them as far as time goes. Less than a second a lap, rather. So Finalize is only 13 seconds ahead of Lucas. The pit stop obviously is a little bit longer than that to take fuel and to take tires. The question is, will he have built up enough of a gap that Lucas won't catch him on the mediums when he's on the hards? So far, if Lucas's pace is anything to speak of, it's less than a second gap between them. So there's a chance that Finalize could retain 1st place because he won't be so slow on the hards, but it's hard to tell because Lucas is just so quick naturally. You can't compare him to anyone else, really. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I've got some stuttering going on in my video. I think my laptop's having trouble keeping up.
No, definitely not just you. I also had a little bit of a struggle there, but I'll continue on. Can you, TV, can you move to 4th place? I'm curious how far ahead Banana is of Xander. Okay, so about 11 seconds. Yeah, that's something else that we could keep watch on. Banana's tires, not quite as happy as Odin, but I feel like both 4th and 6th are kind of running the same strategy. What's crazy is that Odin has recovered half the grid to get to where he is. That's pretty impressive.
He has.
Mobile ledge, left-hand side of the track, through the S's.
And he's not moving, so is it lag? Is he actually out of the lobby? Because why would he be completely stopped? The track is clear. Got it.
The game thinks he's there because we have a local yell at the preceding Marshall point. So the game definitely thinks he's still in the lobby.
But I don't think he's there.
Local yellow continues. Lap 20. Now, under an hour and a half to go. Gosh, I said it once,
Yeah.
I'll say it again. These races go by so fast. Do we have a
Hey,
replay
on
for
the
that TV?
subject-
What happened to Mobile Edge?
No, we didn't see it. Yeah. Well, Xander, you mentioned that Xander was about 10 seconds behind Banana. Remember, that was a 19-second gap when he was stuck behind Gravedigger. I don't know how he made up that time, or if Banana lost. No, Banana didn't lose any time. He's still right behind Jakey, and there's Lucas in second place there. So, how did Xander go from 20 seconds behind Banana to 10, 11, in such a short amount of time? Wow. So well done by Xander there. I can't tell who that is in front of him. That's lap traffic. That's Black Friday, who did have to pit much earlier in the race here for some damage. Jakey and Banana, I think that's shaping out to be a battle. I think Banana wants that podium position. He podiumed in the last race. No reason why he can't do it again tonight here. Oh, Gravedigger's still in front of Rusty Maggots. That didn't change. Sorry, I thought Rusty got in front of him, but I was looking at it wrong. Do we have any battles behind 8th? We haven't heard much from Flash there, 9th. Shred the Knight, all the way down to 10th. I can't remember what happened to him. Did he have to pit for damage, maybe?
He did pit. No. He pitted for fuel.
No, he couldn't have fueled yet, because you can only pit one time in the race. You got to take your fuel and your tires. So if you pitted for fuel, that's a 1-minute penalty. That's okay.
Then he definitely, then he pitted for damage, but he was in the pits. We caught him as he came out, because I remember thinking as he left that his livery reminds me of those hilarious Instagram reels where people attach a bunch of Christmas lights to their $1 million cars and then drive around like crazy. And it cracks me up.
I saw a Camaro the other day that had Christmas lights all over it, like a metallic flake paint, but just Christmas lights. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Rest in peace, the clear coat, right? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
And a bit of housekeeping. We did see Mobile Edge disconnect from the lobby. So I do believe that the local yellow has cleared, and we have lost a competitor. We're now down to 13.
That's
running
right.
On track now. Lap 24.
Our race marshal doing a great job keeping that yellow just local while the tow trucks came out and got Mobile Edge back into the pits. The team is working on the car now. Banana now caught up to Jakey. Will we see a change of position here? Obviously, Lucas again right there within striking distance. If I'm Banana, knowing how quick Lucas is, I want to get Jakey out of the way, and I want to go fight Lucas, either to slow him down, mess up his tires, or just pass him, because Lucas will come back with a vengeance on those mediums. I promise you that. And so now's the time to put him away. We're 23 laps into the race. Again, we're expected to run on the hards for around 40 laps or more. So he's still only about halfway through that stint on those hards. He can absolutely make a move and try to get away. He's been running pretty well here in the first half of the race. First quarter of the race, really. Here's Jakey on Lucas, actually. This is not where I expected a move to happen. He's not going to be able to get in there just yet, but maybe Jakey's thinking the same thing. Like, hey, Banana's coming. I need a car between myself and him right now. Lucas.
Yeah, it's interesting to know now, too. This is kind of the same discussion we had 10 laps ago. Is Jakey happy here? Or is he at...
Nope.
No, he is absolutely not. Proving me wrong as I am making noise. Jakey has gone through 2nd place and now sits 16.5 seconds off the medium tire finalized. With Lucas, of course, right behind. That happened while I was talking. That's fantastic.
That was hilarious. Is he happy there? Nope.
As I'm sounding right. Making me wrong as I sound right.
Oh, Banana way off in the chicane. Again, that dirty air will catch you out there. He recovers nicely, though. Clearly, he's been out rallying with that Jaguar, because that almost didn't even phase him. He is going to have trouble slowing down for this corner, though, on those dirty tires, and he will continue to lose time because of that. Jakey, though, with the move... bold, but he's gonna try to get away again. He was like, I need a car between myself and Banana. Banana has been coming for a few laps now.
TV, can we hit first place? Let's take a look at tires versus Jakey now that he's into the 2nd spot. So look at that right front tire on that medium. Finalized is officially on the struggle bus with that right front tire. But still, I mean, you look at his times, right, lap 16 all the way up through the current lap 24. He hasn't deviated under 34, but more importantly, he hasn't gone over 35. 35 dead, 35 2,
Just
4,
one,
7.
lap 21.
But he
a 35-7.
He is incredibly comfortable. Just more
consistent
fuel though. If you look at second place here, TV, Finalize has a little bit less fuel than Jakey does. So maybe he's running a little bit harder. It's an interesting thing to look at. But Jakey looking great. You know, we said it 10 laps ago, 15 laps ago to keep an eye on him, and he's moving forward.
So with what you're saying with fuel here, does Finalize have enough of a gap to fuel up more than the cars behind him and contend with the fact that they will be faster than he is on the track? I don't know. He'll use a little bit less fuel on the hards just because, you know, he has to get on the brakes sooner. He has to get on the gas later, right? So he'll literally spend less time pushing the go pedal on the hard tires, but like, will it make up for the fact that he is so much lower on fuel compared to the cars right behind him? I don't know. I do not know. There's Gravedigger and Flash. Gravedigger's lost a lot of positions, down in 9th place behind Flash. We're not sure what happened, but he was fighting with Rusty Maggots for 6th place, for 7th place rather, and he has lost that. I see no damage on the car, so whatever happened couldn't have been that big a deal, but it did lose him several positions. And now Shred the Knight, who I believe qualified in a higher position than he is right behind him. Shred's been running 35s. What is Gravedigger running in 9th place there? 37s, 135 recently.
37s.
Yeah, Shred more consistently in the 35s. I did see 136 there, but Gravedigger is still not out of danger. He might lose 9th place and end up at the very back of the top 10. Gurgle ahead of Nuke. Do we like that? I don't know if I like that. That's my teammate. Wait a minute, is that the...
Right.
What's on the side of Gurgle's car there? Is that like a sunburst?
I still
a little bit.
say that word.
Yeah, a little bit. I think in homage to the track that we're at, Yamagiwa is a fictional track, but it is purported to exist in Japan. So Gurgle with a little homage to the track that we're at, to the country that we're in. This is truly a world championship. We go to tracks all over the world, including those that don't exist. Thanks, Origin Micro, because, you know, this is all possible with you and the money that you pay to get those cars on the transporters and the crews on the airplanes and get them to, you know, even the fictional tracks. Origin Micro, for all your magical needs.
That advertisement brought to you, but no, I'm kidding.
Okay, now, more magic.
Can we take a look, TV, at Oden? I'm never calling Chris by his real name ever again. Yeah, can we look at, 6th place?
Yeah, TV.
So, if we look here, Oden pushed hard. We talked about this earlier. He's got more fuel than ERA Jakey. He's got better tires than ERA Jakey. He's pushed all the way up through half the grid, and he's running laps just as fast. We need to keep a watch on Oden. Now 34-ish seconds off the lead. 7 seconds behind his nearest car. 5th place Xander, but a nice healthy cushion over Rusty Maggots in 7th.
He does, but you know what? He came out of that big battle between Xander and Rusty and Gravedigger. He came out right behind Rusty, and now is 7.2 seconds behind Rusty. I don't know if he's saving something in the reserve or if Rusty just put on the afterburners or what. I suspect it's the latter, but like Oden, maybe his ride to the top is stopped, at least in this first stint. Don't know what it'll be like when he's on the mediums, but I think 6th place is where he's going to end up before the pit stops.
Just taking a minute here to take it all in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Toddy.
No, you're fine. I was glad that we went to Xander here. He's into the 36s now. Last several laps were 36s. Oh no, that was a glitch. He's still 35s. Sorry. So
Yeah.
mid
He
to
has
high
not hit a
35s.
36 in nearly 10 laps.
Not
And
since
even
lap
then,
19.
yeah, and even then, the 36 that he hit on lap 19 was a 6.04. So, for all
Right.
intents and purposes, a very high 35, if you will. So, very, very consistent lapping here from Xander, who's basically equidistant from the car ahead to the car behind. So, not a bad position to be in working lap 29.
Yeah, very comfortable for him. And you know what's funny was Xander was actually who told me that he thought he'd be running 36s on the hards and maybe 35s on the mediums. He's doing the 35s on the hards. So on the mediums, I expect to see 34s at least. We haven't seen a huge difference between the mediums and the hards in speed. Granted, Finalize is the only control car we have for the mediums, and his pace has been 35s, just lower than the hards. I'm curious to know what everyone else can do on the mediums, because I feel like the difference between the two tires, the delta, should be higher, given, you know, those long sweepers, a lot of hard braking parts of this track. I don't know. I don't think he's using those mediums to their full advantage.
Yeah, at this point, you'd probably want to see them worn more by now, right? Like, you know, like you said, we're deep into the stint. The intention to run the softer rubber is to get that faster track speed. And if you've not really capitalized on that, then you've kind of spoiled the opportunity there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I just saw a couple people diving into the pits, or someone diving into the pits, or maybe they just were getting away from someone's slip. I don't see any names in the actual pit, in the pit area there. So no one's pitted. My fault. Sometimes these camera angles can be a little tough to decipher. Yeah. Paul, have you ever driven this car, the Jaguar?
I have never driven this car, actually, I don't think. No.
It is a good time, and sometimes the BOP is not very favorable to it, but I mean, it's basically the boo. Oh, that was lag. I think that was it lag? How close is Banana about to get? Oh, that was not lag. That was not lag. Lucas with a huge mistake. Banana looking to catch him in that first sweeper. Lucas is gonna try to let him have it. I'm sorry, that's not the first sweeper. This is the that was the first sweeper. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble understanding where I am. No, that was the hairpin. Jesus, let's get it together.
Toddy, welcome to Saturday Night, Toddy. My name's Paul. You are commentating on a Gran Turismo race, and we're on lap 29. Now watching Banana chase after Lucas.
Wow, I just got here. Thank you for the rundown. I was a little lost. So we had Banana chasing down Lucas. Lucas very lucky to hang on to his position. I think it's just because where he messed up, just the place that he messed up, it's hard to capitalize on someone's mistake there, and he didn't go too far off track. But Banana saw that, and Banana's gonna be thinking, yo, is he shook? Because maybe I should put the, put the pressure on him right now. I know that's how I like to play. If you mess up in front of me, oh, now I'm in your bumper. Now I'm in your back seat, because I want it to happen again. So one to watch. Again, Banana trying to make his way up the podium, maybe to make up for the fact that Lucas won the last race, and Banana now at least wants to get ahead of him, or stay in touch to strike later on when they're on those mediums. Shred the night.
Someone off track there. Someone wide off the track there. I'm not sure who that was.
Were they all the way off? I thought that was just a grass touch. But
okay, maybe it was. I know it was Captain Christmas Lights, but I wasn't sure where that happened.
Captain Christmas Lights.
I mean, I'm convinced they're picking these names solely on the intention of you and I having to be serious and talk about them over and over for 6 months. But maybe that's just a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory, excuse me.
Well, that's the difference between us esports commentators and commentators in real life, right? They get to say regular names like Lewis Hamilton and Danny Hamlin, and we're like Lucas. So shred the
yeah, I don't remember the last time. I don't remember the last time that David Croft and Martin Brundle yelled out "rusty maggots" down to the inside. But yeah, you're probably correct. Yeah. I don't remember Scuderia Ferrari sending Gurgle out for his Q2 qualifying lap. Oh,
Ooh, Shred.
Yeah, big slide there for Shred. But he gathered it up all right, didn't lose too much time. May have been a lag spike, actually. He didn't seem to lose any time there.
It could have been, but like that was not the line at all. Let's watch it again. Let's see if we saw what we saw.
No,
yeah, he almost ran into the back of Flash. But,
yeah, he got caught out there big time. Gathered it up nice well, though.
Yeah. If it wasn't so dirty out there, that'd actually be a pretty viable line for that corner, because you do get a run, right? You straighten the corner out a little bit quicker. You get a run into the front straight, but I don't know if it works very well. But look at him now. Look at him recovering very nicely, challenging Flash out of the S's. He's not going to be able to make a move into this first sweeper, but he is looking for an undercut, maybe, just to get a run out towards the chicane. Again, Flash can be there, though. Flash puts his car in the way. Shred the Knight still coming up next to him. Is he going to go? He's going to go for it? Yep. He outbreaks him into the chicane. Gets that car slowed down so well. Ooh, very sideways coming out of it. Oh, that was scary. That was scary. Holds onto it. Flash feeling like, oh, I got a chance. Now, Shred the Knight's going to go defensive into the hairpin. He's not going to give Flash a chance. Flash looking again for an undercut, but doesn't happen. That hairpin is just long enough that it's hard to pull it off. Even if you go a little wide, you can get yourself back gathered before the end of the corner. Shred the Knight with a very, very lucky exit out of the chicane there to not completely lose it. And he gets the position. Well done. We believe something might have happened to Banana. Look at this gap between him and Lucas. It's gone up to 1.3 seconds, according to TV, formerly known as Chris. Well, Banana was ahead of Lucas for a split second, so we think something happened. What's up, Paul?
Well, if we go back to Banana there, TV, he did throw in a 37 dead on his last lap, and and the previous lap was a 36.4. So he definitely had a hard time around that last lap. Let's go to the leader. Let's look at Finalized here. They're making our job easy up there with not too much to report on. So Finalized, I believe, was up to a 15-second lead. He's lost some of that now and has bled some time down to under 13 seconds or rather over ERA Jakey. But look at that right front tire, Tatiana. That is, for all intents and purposes, dead.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. His progress stagnated a few laps ago, and then now, as you pointed out, clearly losing time to Jakey again. We're on lap 32, though, so it looks like he's not going to pit. He's going to go another couple of laps. I really don't see the reason why. He's losing time to the hards. The advantage of the medium is gone. So now let's minimize how much time we lose by going ahead and pitting and getting those fresh tires. He can at least get a couple more laps to be where he'll be quicker than the hards for a little while. He may lose positions, of course. He's going to pit for longer than 13 seconds here. But, you know, he can get on those hards, pick up some quick positions while everyone else is still on the worn hards. But for some reason, he stayed out on the mediums. I guess he really likes a dead right tire. It's going to be tough for him in the sweepers and corners like this. Turn 1 right here, and after turn 1, you've got the S's. Turn 3, 4, and 5. Turn 6 is another long right-hand sweeper. Then you go down the hill to the chicane, and that leans on the right-hand side tires. In fact, can we go on board the next time around with maybe Finalized or Jakey or someone quick, and let's take a lap around Yamagiwa? We haven't done so yet. It's a really fun track. We're gonna do that
while
with
we're waiting.
P1.
While we're waiting to catch, kind of quickly. Yeah, here we are with Finalized. If we go back to Finalized here, even with position change on track, Banana ahead of Lucas here.
Banana ahead of Lucas. Well done, Banana, with that pass. If we can, we'll watch. Why don't we go on board with Banana for the lap here? We're gonna call it a lap. Finalized into the pits. It's gonna go ahead and grab those hard tires. Banana and Lucas will stay out. Can we go on board with Banana, TV? Let's watch this lap from his view. In car, please.
So look at that
going
recovery.
Through the front straight here.
So
we're gonna call out the lap. I'm gonna call out the lap here, Paul. So going down the front straight, first turn is a long sweeper. This is what I was talking about here. You're gonna lean on those right-hand tires quite a bit. You accelerate about here when you're hitting that last grandstand on the right-hand side. Use up all the track as you can. Here come the S's, and again, Attack those curbs through these S's. Don't be afraid of them. Careful on that last one, though. It can send you out wide, out of S's really nicely by Banana. Here, you're going to break around the Marshall's corner, maybe, and try to keep a wider line. I like to keep a wider line and cut in. Banana is going to hug that inside line, maybe because Lucas is lurking behind just a second and a half down. Now, downhill into an interesting braking zone. Hard braking for this chicane. You do want to cut it as much as possible. That will straighten that chicane out for you. Touch the grass. Don't be afraid to, again, attack these curbs to get up this hill. Straighten that car out as quickly as possible to maximize your speed up this hill, because, again, you're going to hit the brakes really hard for that hairpin. It's longer than you think. As Paul pointed out, you can apex it late. Looks like that's what Banana does here. Get out there, use up all the track everywhere on this track. There's not a single spot where you wouldn't. Here, the chicane, you cut it as much as you dare. Be careful not to let it throw you too wide out here on the outside. Banana cutting it real close, but maximizes it as he should. Then the final corner is a late apex. You want to set yourself up for acceleration out onto the front straight here. And that is one lap around Kyoto Yamagiwa. A fantastic track. It's so fun. All right, Paul, what were you saying? Jakey, first place on track.
So rudely interrupt us, but yeah, ER Jakey. Oh, big crash for you, the leader. The leader's
crash for Jakey. Oh, that's gonna be damage.
Yeah, damage to the left rear, damage to the rear of the car. He had just taken the lead at the beginning of this lap, I believe. Correct? Yeah, do we have a replay?
So he did exactly what I said not to do in the S's. So here he is attacking that first curb, attacks the second curb. The third one is the one where you have to be careful. Definitely the fourth one here. Too much on the fourth one. That's it. Throws you out to the outside right there. That is exactly what I warned against in the last lap. And Jakey goes and does it right on TV in front of everybody. Wow. I'm joking, Jakey. I'm joking. Still love you. He is still first.
Does Jakey owe you money, or is there?
No. He still managed to hold on to that position. I wonder if he's gonna pit. I mean, he's maybe got 10 more laps on the hards, maybe fewer. So it might not be worth it to him to pit right now and fix that damage with Banana lurking. But Banana's only 1.2 seconds back. I think he's gonna pass him. Let's see how Jakey does on this straight here. I want to see how that rear wing is affecting him, if it's causing him too much drag. Banana within 9/10 of a second now.
Jakey pits. Into the pits for Jakey. So Banana takes the lead. Now running a 35.4 just this last lap. Who would have thought Banana, who sat largely in 4th and 5th place for the first phase of the race, now leads the race. 3.3 seconds. Lucas and Jakey are calm, cool, and collected. Jakey, yes, and Jakey only doing repairs. He did not do fuel. He did not do tires. Already back on track. Now,
it's too soon to do the tires. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to make the mediums last long enough. He had to just do repairs there. If he would have taken tires, his mediums would be really, really dead by the end of the race. Unfortunately, he did have to stop to take repairs. Didn't want to run those 10 laps. I guess 8 laps really. Again, we're doing about 43 laps on the hards, is what I'm hearing.
Well, let's take a quick recap here, TV. From first place, with just now about an hour to run in the race, working lap 37, Banana now leads the race after the recently mentioned incident with Jakey there. A 3.2 second lead over Lucas. Lucas now also on the struggle bus with tires. 4 seconds ahead of third place, Xander. Everyone's right front. Everyone's tire wear looking pretty similar. 4th place, Jakey. We've talked about him. Damaged in the last lap. Pitted to prepare, but did not take fuel or tires. And then Oden, who, because of those calamities, has jumped one more spot up, continuing his drive forward from nearly dead last all the way to now 5th place with a comfortable 1.2 seconds over 6th place, Rusty Maggots. Maggots now... Again, similar fuel, similar tire, tire wear, 4.7 seconds ahead of Shred, and 6.3 seconds for them over Flash, and I will sincerely say 9th place is Gurgle 47 from the country of Canada. Yes, the gurgling is now 1 second ahead of S7R Nuke. 11th place, Gravedigger. Gravedigger now with the fuel light flashing at him and the right front not any more happy about it. 20 seconds ahead of finalized. Now, of course, finalized. Our early race leader, our starter at the top of the sharp end of the race on the medium tire, now on the hard tire, set to make those last for the duration of the race. So he has an hour and 1 minute to make that hard rubber work. Over 13th place, our last place right now, Black Friday, who is about 2 minutes off the lead. So he is a lap down right now. And that's the run. Toddy.
That's the run. So thank you so much for that. We needed it. Our one-time leader sitting in last place. But he's on the hards. He's on fresher hards, so he should be doing better on those 35s. He just finished his outlap in one flyer, so I'm interested to see how he does now that those tires are warm. I want to see how he's doing compared to everyone else on the worn hards. We should be able to get a good comparison. Everyone else is going to be on the hards for a few more minutes at least, I think. He made those, finalized way off, not used to the hards, going way off in the S's, or rather at the chicane, the first chicane there, unfortunately for him. So he's going to lose even more time after getting off the mediums and creating a lead that he started to lose. So that's not a good look for him there. He's going to have to recover. Almost loses the rear end there, just trying to scrub the dirt off of those tires. Real scary moment. I bet he grabbed the shoot bar in the car. you think race cars have an shoot bar? Paul, I guess you grab the roll cage, I guess. Hold on tight there. Jakey.
Sorry about that, Toddy. I quickly lost connection. I am back. I do not know what you were referring to when you called out my name, but I'm here again.
It's fine. That's right. I had winning lottery numbers for you, but it's too late. You did not call. You didn't answer my call, and so I gave them to somebody else in the comments. Did my comment get lost? Wow. Oh, man. YouTube glitches. So weird. I guess I'll just keep these lotto numbers for myself.
The race. And back to the race.
This
now,
is more exciting.
Let's look at, can we go to the closest battle on Track TV? I think it should be, is it 4th, 5th, and 6th there? No, TV's telling us it is, there we go. So Jakey 4th, 5th here, right? Yep, Oden. So is Oden making any of a dent into Jakey? Is Jakey a little bit flustered from the crash?
He's lost time.
Yeah, TV reporting to us that he's actually lost a little bit of time. Last lap for Jakey was a 35.5 versus Den, who had a 35.9. So close,
35.9s.
Yeah, a little bit of an edge there.
2:35.9. So here comes Rusty behind him. I wonder if Oden has lost the edge on those hards. I mean, he's gone pretty quickly on them, but definitely is at the point where you're gonna start losing time versus anything else. But I love like this car is so gorgeous. Can we go to an outside view TV and just appreciate the shape that is the Jaguar F-Type? Honestly, certainly in race car guys, it looks brilliant. But like in real life, Paul, this is one of my all-time favorites. This is a great for me. Do you like this car?
I do. I've always been a fan of the F-Type, and it's one of the rare sports cars that's for sale where I don't really have a preference over the drivetrain. The V8 sounds and drives amazing, and the V6 sounds and drives amazing. I don't think you could go wrong with either of them.
I don't think you can. And I think even the V6 can be had in a manual, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure if we should get into the discussion about Jaguar's rebrand, but we will leave that alone and not talk about it and stay focused on the race with these Jaguars. So Banana, let's look up at Banana here, TV. First place, kind of our new inherited leader after all of the pit stops. So yeah, Banana now, again, he has not pitted yet. Fuel light is on, and tires are about not as happy as everybody else. And what's actually been surprising to me, Tatiana, tire wear across the grid is really consistent. This is a good group of drivers. They're clearly dialed in, lots of practice, I'm sure. And for here, race nights, they're all looking pretty the same. Like we have a good, consistent field here for the race with now just 56 minutes to run, lap 40.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone here is going to be fast. Nobody's making it to lobby 1 if you're not quick, if you don't know how to manage tires, you don't know how to manage fuel. There's no way that you would have got up here. Most of these drivers have been in this championship for a while, and so many of them have literally earned their place into coming into lobby 1. Certainly, if you were the champion in lobby 2 last year, I think actually the top 3 in lobby 2 last year move up to lobby 1, if I'm not mistaken. So literally earned that spot. Staying in lobby 1 isn't easy either. I mean, anybody can qualify up here for sure, running with the qualifying format that we run, but you will be exposed in the racing if you're not actually quick. And obviously everyone here knows how to manage a car, knows how to go quick around the track. Especially those S7R guys.
Shameless plug.
Shameless. Never shameful. Love the Christmas livery so much on this car. I need it. I don't even have the car, but I need the livery.
One of the great parts of the livery too, Tatiana, is if we can if we can go to Shred on a third-person view. On the rear bumper, he has the Grinch, which is just fantastic.
Nice. I love that. I hadn't even noticed. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Yes, in a Jaguar F-Type. He's probably controlling that F-Type from a wheel or rig that he got from Sim Race City. And if he's not, well, let's just pretend he is, because Sim Race City is an awesome sponsor. They have helped many of our drivers get their rigs together. Many drivers in the sim racing world all together. Please do check them out. They're a sponsor for a reason. They support things like this. They support gamers like us. We're all racers here. And I think we all prefer to have good equipment if we can get it, right? Absolutely.
I think of even you encouraging me, Tatiana, to go direct drive a couple of years ago, and it's one of those few financial investments that I feel like really leaps the gaming experience forward. I couldn't imagine going back. So yeah, solid equipment, rig, controls, all that is so important.
All super important. I think we just saw the first pit stop, the second pit stop rather, but the first of the drivers on the hards. That was Gurgle getting his car fueled up, his car gurgling as the gas goes into the tank there. Okay, all right. Then I want to talk about Origin Micro really quickly. I did see their graphic pop up there, and I want to make sure that we shout them out again. This is our title sponsor, brand new title sponsor for the season. They're also the title sponsor for a couple of other GT championships. If you have ever watched us on YouTube in our iRacing championships, Origin Micro is there helping with that as well. I'm super grateful for them. We literally could not do this without Origin Micro. If you're not familiar with them, do check them out. They sell all sorts of IT equipment, all sorts of computer and electronic equipment for small businesses, medium businesses, large businesses, even if you're just a sole proprietorship. Do you need a fax machine? They got you. A fax machine? Why would anyone? People need fax machines. Still, Gravedigger in the pits, fueling that car. Oh my gosh, Paul, look how slow that fuel is going. 1 liter per second. This is the longest pit stop in the history of pit stops.
If only there was someone to blame, like the TV director who's also the race organizer, for that slow fueling speed.
Actually, this isn't his fault. He does not organize World Cup. That would be the brothers Higginbottom, neither of which is in this lobby. Yeah.
Can we still blame TV for the sake of fun? I'm comfortable with that.
We can, because you know what? It all has to go through TV. It all has to be allowed through TV. And so, therefore,
hey, I'm a real boy.
TV says he's a real boy, and none of us believe him. So, oh, they heard you. Nice. More people in the pits now. Ooh, Flash. 0 fuel in that car. He literally ran it into the fumes. Shred the Knight doing barely better with 4 liters of fuel in there. Flash has on truck wheels. Those are KMC wheels. Flash deciding it's an off-road race today, but you know what? I love it. It matches his livery. I think it was a good choice. Shred, of course, keeping the Christmas spirit alive. We're getting a nice, good, slow view of his car. Is that a ribbon on the top, like a little bow? Like one of the little sticky ones?
Absolutely is.
My gosh.
Shred is definitely rocking potentially the best livery in the race. The Grinch, again, I do say the Grinch is just the icing on the cake.
I agree. Paul, were you around when I used to do my ugly Christmas liveries every year?
No, I don't think I knew you back then. In the
it was a
wagon
thing.
Times.
Definitely. It was Gran Turismo Sport times, so basically the same. But yeah, every year I had ugly liveries for my Corvette, for my Porsche 911, and of course, inevitably, I would just forget to change them until like March the next year. But they were for Christmas. They were. Xander in, Rusty Maggots in. We are definitely starting to see everyone pit around the time that I predicted. Lap 43 for the hards. They're gonna jump on those mediums. Meanwhile, I'm interested to see where Finalize is gonna come out in comparison to everyone else. He did have that moment in the first lap that he took the hards, so he may have lost a lot of time. Nuke, unfortunately, coming out behind lap traffic. So Black Friday, gonna have to let him by. Black Friday has not pitted yet, so he's got it.
No,
Nuke has not pitted yet. Sorry,
Nuke has not pitted yet. Fuel light is on, and tire wear pretty much at 0. He's definitely ready for full service. Let's put it that way. Finalized now. We're watching Finalized, our early race leader. He is climbing back up the order as pit stops start to shuffle through. 55 seconds off the lead, 13 seconds off of the car ahead of him. He is just cranking in. If we go back to Finalize real quickly here, TV, to look lap times. Oh, actually, TV calling out here. We're worried that Banana might be running out of gas. He is out of gas. He is on auto drive and now into the pit. So another right down to the limit. Yeah, on 0. Thank God for video games. Let's go back to Finalize quickly here and look at lap times. I'm curious to know how Finalize is doing on the hard tire. Yeah, so you can see him.
High 35s and a couple 36s, a 38 several laps ago, but I think that was the one when he came out of the pits. Yeah. That was
Toddy, I'm a little thrown off. Why are we seeing multiple laps here with the pit lane designator? He's only pitted once. Is that a glitch in the game?
It's a glitch in the game, and I think TV, if you go off him and back on, it should fix it. No, it doesn't, because now the P's are just in the wrong place. Just a weird glitch in the game, unfortunately. He pitted around lap 35, 36.
Okay, yeah, that's what we thought. So Finalized with that pit lane. With that pit stop now on the harder rubber, he is doing well. So we should see him to continue to climb forward here. And there we go. Again, as I say that, to second place. So now with Lucas, who I believe has not pitted yet, so Finalized, yes, Lucas has not pitted, right on the fuel light. So Finalized is essentially our race leader on track. Excuse me, on strategy. Finalized does continue to lead our race. Now, Lucas has quite a lead, 45.6 seconds over the already pitted Finalized. Toddy, how close do you think they can make this? I haven't actually been able to catch how long pit out or pit in to pit out is taking. Oh, and we lost Tatiana. Potentially. I will keep talking. No one's ever said that I'm bad at that. So,
sorry,
Lucas
I accidentally muted myself. I heard your question, though, and I will say that I think the pit is longer than 45 seconds. So I believe Lucas will lose first place, but I don't think Finalize is going to be that far ahead. And that's what we need to watch out for. What is Lucas's pace on the mediums? Finalize has not shown better pace on the brand new hards than everyone else was showing on worn hards. So I don't know that he gained that advantage that I said he should be gaining by taking the hards.
Understood. Yeah, Lucas still fueling. Gosh, that 1 second a liter fuel time is brutal. 28, 29 liters now. As finalized comes onto the straight, he will take the lead. So our original race leader, after the pit stop rotations and strategy plays out, he again retakes the lead on lap 46 with 45 minutes remaining in the race.
Oh, Lucas. That's gonna
still fueling.
yeah. Here comes
48,
ERA
49.
Jakey.
That's as
Jakey
slow as a
once
Minnesotan
led,
watching
and
their car fill
unfortunately-
up with it being 10 below zero. Oh, sorry, Tatiana. I talked over you there.
No, it's okay. I was saying Jakey, our one-time race leader, who unfortunately spun right after he got the race lead, now passes Lucas in the pits. Lucas is out of the pits now, it looks like, but Jakey is going to get around him. And who's that behind Jakey? That is Lucas in third by only 4 seconds. Stig Xander in fourth. Xander's on fresh everything, right? Yep, fresh mediums, fuel in the car. So Xander has been making his way up the order and doing really well as well.
And what's really interesting to know, if we can confirm here, fourth, third, second are all on the softer medium rubber, while finalized is on the hard rubber. So we have
That is correct.
kind of a classic endurance strategy here. The chasers are on the faster rubber, but it won't last as long, and finalized is on the slower rubber, but will have more durability. So this could be very interesting now towards the this last phase of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. We just watched Banana throw down a purple sector, so we do expect that fastest lap that Finalized owned earlier on in the race to disappear. These guys are on softer rubber and less fuel than he was when he set that lap time, so that's going to change. Do we still have a 1 point given for getting first place? No bonus points is what I'm hearing. So, not first place. Sorry, for getting the fastest lap. So it doesn't really matter. However, it will determine his position in the race next race. So it still does matter. You just won't get a point for getting that fastest lap. That's right. TV pointing out that Jakey is catching Finalized very quickly. Finalized slowed down a lot by having to try to get around lap traffic there, and is still losing time to Jakey right now. Less than 16 seconds, 15.3 to be exact. So a huge 2-second deficit given there by the fact that he had to get around lap traffic. Maybe he can hope that Jakey will also be slowed down when he comes across that same driver, but that's going to be for a little while, and Jakey might catch him in a more favorable spot as well. Oh, lap traffic can be so tough.
Yeah, it always finds you when you don't want it, and then it always finds someone else when you don't need it.
That's right. That's right. Every single time. But it's part of what I love about like endurance racing is lap traffic, or people in a different class. It can really make or break a battle. It can create a battle, right, where one wasn't there before, and now the lead car has gotten slowed down, and boom, the car behind is right there now. I kind of love it.
We're looking here at the closest battle on track between 4th and 5th, S7R Xander and S2T Banana. Good race here. They're both have pitted, both in the same phase of the race. This is a proper track. On track, I can't talk. Proper on track battle. These two have kind of found each other off and on throughout the race. It's interesting, Toddy. I've missed the earlier rounds of the championship. Have they found each other in the other races? Oh, we've lost Toddy again potentially. We'll continue.
You didn't lose me. I was trying to think. I don't remember. I don't think that Xander has really been fighting for like podiums and stuff like that, if I recall correctly. Like Banana finished in third the last race, or maybe second.
And Banana through the sweeper there, passes for position into the chicane now. Banana leads Xander, and Banana now chasing down Lucas, 2 seconds adrift. But interestingly enough, 20 seconds off. Yeah, absolutely. Oden. Interesting. Yeah, and the gap now, Stevie the TV calling out that Jakey has now lost more time to finalized, or excuse me, said that backwards. Finalized has lost more time than Jakey. Jakey's on a charge. 34.5, lap 46. 34 dead, lap 47. Let's go back to Jakey here, TV, and see what he pips across the line now. 34.5. So 3 laps now. 34.5, 34.5, 34 dead. So Jakey has absolutely cranked it up now, heading into lap 50. 40 minutes remaining in the race. I do, yeah. And TV calling out some good insight here with the leader running a slower time. Now, obviously, he's on the harder tire compound, but his last lap, a 35.6, which is on par with what Jakey just did, but the previous laps were slower, a 6.9, a 6.1. So I do feel, Toddy, like Finalize is trying to figure out how to put some more energy into this harder compound, but not overdo it. I'm sure it's a little bit of an adjustment here coming off the medium rubber.
It's either that or he's trying to save fuel. Can I take a look at his fuel again real quick compared to Jakey there? I think he has more than Jakey. About the same. I don't think that he's low on fuel, but he's clearly slowed down, and he shouldn't have slowed down as much as he has just over the course of a few laps. 4 laps ago, he was doing 35s. So to be in, Yep, Odin with the fastest lap, obviously on a charge, but the lap right after that, a whole second slower, so something went wrong for Odin, or something went very right, actually, for lap 47. Could be that that's not... Yep, it could be that it's not... It was just luck on that point, maybe not his pace. We'll see in the next couple of laps here, but yeah, Odin trying to get pole position for that next race here. But I think Finalized, for as much as he slowed down for the laps he was just running, again, just able to do a 35.6, a 35.8, a 35.5 not too long ago. And then he fell back into the 36s. Now he's back in the mid-35s, but he's not very consistent on those hards yet, is what I'm seeing with him. And that might come back to bite him. He's already lost another 2 seconds to Jakey.
Yeah, but one thing we have to remember is there's 40 minutes to go. So while Jakey is hunting him down, that doesn't necessarily mean that Finalized won't have the better pace here towards the towards the true end phase of the race. He's got to get those hard tires to last another 39 minutes and 35 seconds. And Jakey needs to as well, and he's on the softer compound. So, is Jakey pushing too much now and putting too much energy into that rubber? Will he be able to hold on to this pace? If he indeed passes him, will he be able to keep that advantage as we get to the dying laps of the contest?
We'll see. The mediums definitely did fall off a lot in comparison to the hard pace towards the end of Finalized stint there. So I know he's kind of counting on that happening to everyone else here. But we'll see. Banana and Lucas now running together with Xander left behind a little bit. He's no longer in the running with Banana, really. Not that he's far away, but they were bumper to bumper for a little bit there. But Banana has caught a different set of coattails, and is now going to follow Lucas around the track on the hunt for Jakey and the hunt for Finalized.
New fastest lap, 51. Banana now at a 33.5.
Well done, Banana. Got that nice toe across the line from Lucas. Once again, it's already starting to pay off for him. Banana could definitely use a pole position in the next race. So there's still a chance that someone else will still get it. Some of these mediums are still fresh. Fuel tanks are still getting a little bit lighter. But if you're going to beat Banana's time, you're going to need a toe. You're going to need a Lucas in front of you. What a friend. What a friend Lucas is. Ooh, Banana eating a lot of grass with that chicane. He really fights to straighten it out, and it's gotten him that much closer to Lucas. Lucas with a little bit more conservative line through that, at least this lap here. And that's brought Banana right there up behind him. But I don't know if Banana's looking to make a move yet. Doesn't make sense for these two to start fighting each other. Lucas is still pretty quick. And his fight is with him. They know that they'll catch up to Finalized. It's Jakey ahead of them. They kind of got to worry about what times is Jakey running again? Can you show me? Jakey in second place, 34s. And Banana, I've seen, I think, a couple of 33s in his times, if I'm not mistaken there. If we go back to Banana in 4th place, yeah, a couple of 33s in the last couple of laps, 34s as well. Those 33s definitely, helped along by Lucas, but the pace of these two is fairly quick, and Jakey may not be safe. Might not be safe at all. Xander is back there, very far in the background. I think he's 100% out of this battle here. What's Banana gonna do here? He could take a dive if he wants to. Doesn't look like he's gonna do it. Goes around the inside, of course. That's just a matter of staying out of dirty air. I don't think he's trying to make a move. He's just trying to get out of Lucas's dirty air so he doesn't go wide in that corner. Lucas a little bit defensive into the chicane, though. Ooh, they almost touched. They almost touched, and the Banana almost off the track into the dirty stuff. He's going to lose all that time. And then, of course, here comes Xander right behind him. So here they are coming out of that
Banana just hauls them in.
Yep. Banana late on the brakes through there and almost runs into Lucas. He takes it out wide. They do touch. They touch a little bit. Banana able to get it back on the track before he runs into that barrier. But that was really unlucky there. Where's Xander? Xander now within half a second of him. So, yeah, I told you, Xander wasn't too far back. He was getting further and further, but now he's right back in it for 4th. And Banana is watching an opportunity to get into the podium position again. Kind of slip away from him. But, long race to go. 35 minutes. Get back on that horse.
35 minutes. Achingly long for finalized, but probably not long enough for Jakey.
Right. 2 different perspectives.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
TV calling out. Jakey has more than halved the lead that finalized had as he pipped the line and took the lead. That is incredible. He took the lead at about 46 minutes, if my memory serves, and Jakey has ground that right down. That's impressive. Let's look at tires. Long ago. So, tires looking okay. I mean, that's not terrible, Tatiana. If we look at finalized tires here, TV, more wear. So more wear on the hard tire for finalized while he leads and is losing time. So finalized just may not be as comfortable on this compound as he was on the medium. Maybe he's not enjoying the car as much right now, but whatever that may be, Jakey is clearly hooked up.
Yeah, I don't think that he was very comfortable on it, because as you recall, he came out of the pits almost immediately, almost spun the thing, and hasn't really found good pace on them. Like I said, on the hard tires, wasn't doing much better than everybody else was on the worn tires the stint before. It's not surprising that they're kind of wearing out. He did have to pit very early compared to everyone else, of course, because the medium just goes a shorter stint. And by lap 34, 35, he was in the pits. So those tires are a little old. Who's that in the pits right now? That's Black Friday fueling. What do his tires look like? I'm sorry, I'm kind of away from the screen looking at grid order, and I can't see very well. Paul?
Tires on Black Friday are brand new. He's got stickers right now. And he fueled up to just over half. So that's an interesting choice. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Did he just now pit? Was he the last one left?
Well, he's 3 minutes and 45 seconds off the lead. That wouldn't make sense because all the way down to lap 43, he's running race pace. So maybe we're seeing him only having just pit, but that seems... I mean, his last laps were 49.46, so they were slowing down quite a lot. That would translate to some pretty rough, some pretty tough tire wear. And look at this now. TV on the lead, and the chasing second place car in frame. Well, it was in frame, of course. Now TV making me sound silly, but there it is. There's Jakey now onto the same shots. Coming down the straightaway, 1.8 seconds. So in just a couple of laps, Toddy, Jakey's pulled in 5 seconds on finalized. That's incredible. So if we go to Jakey, he's running a 33.6, 33.9, 34.1, 34 dead, 33.9. Yeah, Jakey is lit. He is absolutely coming for him.
He's pushing those mediums, though. Can we compare his mediums to Lucas's?
Good
question.
Look
about the same. They look about the same.
Yeah.
So
Which is interesting to note because Lucas is running 34s consistently. We're not seeing Lucas dip as often into the 33s, while Jakey is pushing down into the mid 33s. Banana still with the fastest lap at a 3.5. But yep, down to 1.2 seconds, Jakey now. 1.2 seconds off the lead now, just nearly a second as they kind of rubber band around the course. But this is an impressive drive from Jakey. You know, we talked about at the beginning of the race to keep a watch on him. And now as we get to the closing, 30 minutes, 31 minutes and 30 seconds left, and he's here. He is part of the conversation now.
Absolutely. I mean, Jakey didn't start too far down in the order, but he started in 7th place. So, and we haven't seen him get fastest lap or anything like that. But again, that Jakey is consistent and quiet and stealthy. He may not get the fastest lap, but he's going to be somewhere near the top. Definitely be up there. I wish I could find race results for the last race, but I cannot find that. I want to see where Jakey finished. You said they're in the Discord.
There we go.
He says they're in the
While you look for that, Tatiana, I can speak to what... Oh, I'm sorry. While you look for that, Tatiana, I can speak to that. 34.4 now for Jakey. 0.4 of a second in it. We essentially have a battle for the lead right here through the S's. Coming up through, yep, Jakey's going to haul him right in. We could see a pass down here down into the sweeper.
Not much.
He's going right. Yeah, Finalize battling. Yeah. Finalize may not even try to battle. He might just try to let him go and hope that the tire works. But no, they're fighting.
Well, he went a little bit defensive there. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. A little bit defensive, but could he pip him into the chicane? That brake zone will be longer for Finalize on that harder rubber. He goes defensive on the inside. Jakey's seeming patient. I think he knows he has the pace. He clearly, obviously does. Hauling in, 15 seconds in the last, less than 15 laps. 30 minutes now to go in the race. Lap 56, working 57, and they're nose to tail. I think, does Jakey sit here and wait, Toddy? Does he need to pass him right now? Obviously, he has the pace. Does he just wait for his tires to continue to fall off and give his tires a minute to breathe? Or does he push and try to make a point of this?
He's clearly pushing. He wants to make the pass. He's looking for over-unders. Finalize is defending every single corner. Jakey's trying to get better exits to see if he can get him. Might have him here in this front straight here. Finalize is going to stay in the middle of that track and say, you need to pick a side, and it better be the right-hand side. Oh,
down to the inside.
Jakey down to the
inside. That was a nice move.
Very nice move there. Finalized, not defensive enough. He didn't commit to the defensive line, and that kind of ate him up there. That left Jakey the room to go inside, and now Jakey into the lead. I was gonna say no. He's not gonna wait. He's gonna take this position because he wants to get away from Lucas and Banana behind him. He can't sit there and wait for Finalized. So here comes that move. Jakey fakes to the outside like he's gonna stay cool and calm, but then dives inside and can clearly outbrake Finalize into turn 1. It's a short braking zone, but when you've got more rubber or better rubber, you can just barely graze the brakes into turn 1 there. And so Jakey with the easy move, and now he's just going to run away from Finalize. Finalize can't keep up, not on those hard tires. Oh, Lucas. Jakey, Lucas rather, 5.7 seconds behind Finalized, catching him up. Banana, of course, hasn't quite caught back up to him, so he's got clear air in front and clear air behind just to run that car as fast as he can. But Jakey knows it. Jakey knows that Lucas is quick and he can come up from behind really, really fast. And that's why he put Finalized there as a moving chicane for Lucas to have to get around when it's time. Is this Black Friday trying to unlap himself? No, I thought he was battling Shred the Knight for a second there.
The race aside of our leaders kind of stretching out now, Tatiana, as we head into the last 27 minutes. We're starting to see the race kind of settle in.
I am, of
Strategies are starting to play out.
Yes, they are. Sorry about that. I had a freeze. I didn't know you were still talking. But yeah, the race is definitely spreading out. I am, of course, always interested when someone is about to pass Black Friday because, again, that is lap traffic, and so it could slow somebody down, create a battle where one wasn't there before. But yeah, Lucas now within 5 seconds of Finalize, so he's running him down as well. Plenty of time to catch him. I think Finalize is going to lose both first and second, maybe even fourth. Banana is only 2 seconds behind Lucas. So Finalize did not do the job to get up far ahead to gain just first place. That said, he's doing really well for where he started. You know, I think he started, I think he was top 10, but let me see where he was. Finalized started in 5th place, actually. So, you know, if he ends up in 5th, great. No net loss, but certainly not the result he was looking for, I think.
Yeah, look at that now, Tatiana. Jakey, 3 seconds ahead in, for all intents and purposes, 2 laps. So Finalized is clearly not as comfortable on those tires. I can't imagine that the tire is that much slower. I think Finalized is a little uncomfortable.
I think he lacks the pace on the hards. Maybe did a lot of medium practice, didn't do a lot of hard practice. It can be hard to trust them, honestly, in a car that, you know, kind of understeers, but then will oversteer once. You mean, like it's a big supercharged V8, right? You've got V8 torque plus supercharged torque that comes on immediately. It can be hard to trust this car coming out of corners, especially sharp corners, and that's really where the speed is made up in this track. It's about coming out of the corners. It's about being brave on the brakes, of course, and it's hard to do that in a car like this on hards.
You know, another thing too to mention, Tatiana, just speaking to playing the game and to doing sim racing, at least for me personally, I always find it harder to go from a faster tire to a slower tire in a race. I feel like it's easier to do the other. I feel like it's easier to start on that slower tire and then kind of upgrade yourself, right, halfway through the race and get that faster rubber. And it's just, I've always found it easier to lean on them more, go a little bit deeper into the corners, a little bit more aggressive on throttle. It's harder for me to do the opposite of that and to back it off.
Absolutely, because, like, you know, when you start on the slower tire and work your way up to the fast, it's kind of the way you practice, right? By the way, Lucas in the same frame as Finalized now, definitely catching up.
Yeah, this is incredible.
1.5 seconds, so I'm gonna hurry up and make my point before they get into a battle. But yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely easier to go from the slow tire to the fast tire because it is like, hey, do the same thing you were doing, but lean on the tire a little bit more, brake a little later, accelerate a little faster. When you go to the slower tire, it will catch you out. It will. That first time, you will get caught out that first time, whether it's understeer or oversteer, and it'll put fear in you. And you will race with that fear for the rest of the time because now you're going to underutilize that tire because you're just not really sure that you can trust pushing the limit of grip on that tire anymore. So you're going to underuse it, and I think that's what's happening to Finalize. He had a mess up as soon as he came out of the pits on these tires, and he hasn't been on pace since. Not that he should be on pace for the mediums, but like I don't think he's on pace for the hards either. Not what they can do.
Yeah. Yep. I completely agree. So now, like you were saying, as we finish up our kind of insight there, they are now in frame together. Lucas clearly hauling in Finalized. 23 minutes, you know, for the better part of now 22 minutes to go. Working lap 61, and again, now nearly 6 seconds, Jakey over second place. So seemingly not slowing down at all. And if we can quickly, TV, take a look at Jakey's tire wear. Look at that.
Wow,
Jakey on the medium tires, clearly on a better tread wear, wear rate, excuse me, than second place Finalized. Second place Finalized on the harder rubber has burned up his tires faster. Plain and simple.
Right. He has, Jakey is coming up on some lap traffic here, so he might lose a little bit of that time depending on how quickly he's able to get around it. Either way, though, I'd love to go back to Lucas and Finalize because I think by the end of this lap, maybe even before the end of this lap, Lucas will be right up there with Finalized, and I want to see him get to him. So maybe we're not quite there yet, but this is exactly the shot I want. when he does get there. I want to watch him battle from inside of the car. We are approaching the halfway mark of the lap. And like I said, I think by the time we get out of that hairpin, Lucas will be right there, ready to chase Finalize down for real. Getting much closer now, within a second. Go ahead, Paul.
We could see fireworks here. I mean, we are now into the I don't want to give you up, I don't want to let you pass phase of the race. So I'm not sure Finalize is going to let him go regardless, right?
My friend Rick. Did you just Rickroll us all?
No. Not intentionally, anyways.
I don't want to let you pass. I don't want to give you up. I don't want to let you pass.
But I didn't sing it, so you're automatically worse. Anyways.
Here it is. End of the lap. Like we said, let's go on board with Lucas as he chases Finalize down. I want to see him make that move. Maybe in the turn 1 here. Finalize hasn't learned his lesson. Still not committing to that defensive line. Lucas is not going to make the same move that that Finalize, or that Jakey did though, but he is looking for an over-under here. Finalize just barely able to hang on to it, just keep a little more speed around the outside there, but that was a warning for him there. Don't go wide. Don't leave anything open for Lucas. He's coming. Lucas gonna look to dive, but Finalize it better get defensive real fast. He's not even bothering. He's gonna let Lucas by. And that's that. Not even a battle. He literally let him by, did not defend, said, come on, let's go. I know Banana's coming too. I'd rather not fight. Maybe I can keep a podium position.
And I mean,
maybe.
Banana's not far off. Like as TV called out earlier, Banana's not far off. I mean, we could see Finalized into the clutches of Banana. How far back is Xander?
4.3 seconds.
So Xander, I mean, we could see both of them catch him in the next 20 minutes.
Potentially.
This is not over yet. The final spot of the podium is not decided. Not in any way, shape, or form, with now 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go, lap 62, working 63, and Jakey seemingly having it all to himself.
Yeah, TV,
At
can
third
we see
place for the first part of the race.
Can we see the gap between Jakey and Lucas? I want to see if he lost time when he was getting through that lap traffic. No, got through it easily. 6.3 seconds. The gap remains.
Yeah. Forgive me, Tatiana. Jakey is who had the crash, right? He's who crashed.
He sure did. He sure did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Incredible drive. First part of the race, comfortably in third place. We talked about not making sure to forget about him. You know, he was making it pretty easy for us not to talk about him. A pretty uneventful first stint. And then crashed during the pit stops changeover. And look at him now, 6.7 seconds ahead. Yeah, pitted for the damage and then pitted again. Yes, exactly. An unbelievable drive. For me, now heading into the final 19 minutes, Oden and Jakey. Oden, those first lap mistakes are so hard. It's so easy to get distracted and just get, completely head cased for the rest of the race. He got his head down and has driven a fantastic drive back to 7th place now.
Finalized had a bad time in that chicane.
Yeah, Finalized bad exit. And now here we are, Banana right on top of him. He made that super easy, and this will be a pass. This will be a pass for the podium. Third place Banana now ahead of Finalized, who's bled from 1st to 4th since the pit stop.
Wow. We were thinking maybe he'd give Banana a fight, but yeah, when you mess up that chicane, the problem is you mess it up and then you got to go up a steep hill. Like, there's no way you're gonna recover from it, right? Like, maybe if we were in different cars and Banana was in something that wasn't as torquey as the Jaguar, but like, we're all in the same car. We all got the same 550 horses or whatever it is with the BOP. So, that was that right there. You don't want to mess up the chicane. There's literally nothing to redeem yourself if you do. Big. 4 seconds behind
Xander to Finalized. Yeah. It'll be interesting to hear from Finalized and ask him how this second half of the race went. Obviously he hasn't forgotten how to drive. Obviously he has every right to be in this top lobby for the championship. So it's curious to know what happened here. Was there a driver confidence issue, Toddy, like you were saying? He just isn't as comfortable. Did he know this was going to happen? Throughout practice for the event, did he know that he was up against a pretty intense bleed of pace post the pit stop? Or was this a surprise for him?
I don't know. I think the mistake though didn't even start with the hard stint. I think it started with the medium stint, right? Like he needed to be quicker. He needed to cut through the crowd faster than he did. It took him several laps before he even made it into first place. And then when he was in first place, sure he was running away, but not with the same, not with the same fervor as he should have. And maybe that's because the mediums just didn't last. Like maybe trying to run away on the mediums wasn't a good strategy simply because they go so much shorter than the hards. And then you have to lean on the one tire that wears out quicker so much more than you would on any other track, right? Like maybe you can get away with even tire wear on a track that isn't going to lean on those tires too hard, but the left-hand sweepers, again, they're brutal on that right front, and you absolutely need it, but then it dies on you on the mediums. It just wasn't a good strategy, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. Now just 16 minutes to go.
We believe Xander will be 2.5 laps to overtake. Did I hear that correctly, TV? It's a guess. TV's guessing. Wow, almost a second faster per lap for Xander in comparison to finalized. So yeah, that does sound about right. 2 to 3 laps before he catches him, and then again there'll be a little bit of a fight. Those mediums are starting to fall off a little bit. They should still be quick. They still got life in them, but they're not as good as they were. You can see he's right there ahead of him. That car getting a little bit bigger. It's a tiny speck now, but it's starting to get bigger and for Xander. And I know he's got the scent of blood, chomping at the bits. He wants to go get him. Xander can sometimes be a little conservative. I think he's faster than he thinks he is, but he shouldn't have a problem putting finalized away, even if he keeps being conservative with those tires.
One thing that we could, obviously the commentator's curse, say something certain, and then of course
Here you go.
One thing that we could start to bet on is that Banana could walk away with the fastest lap. We're pretty deep into this stint. Tires are certainly well past their sell-by dates, and Banana's fast lap at a 33.5 could stand for the fastest lap of the event.
It can't not. Yeah, at this point, TV just told us some interesting information, which I'm going to repeat it in a second here. But I think that stands, Paul. Nobody is going to be able to go faster than that. Everyone's tires are worn. Man, Banana scares me every time he gets in that chicane. He eats.
I agree.
So much of that second curb. Oh my gosh. Every time.
That curb has half of his paint job on it.
Girl, that curb hates to see him coming.
Yeah, he has been eating that curb up for the last 66 laps. Every time he's just slamming over it.
I mean, it works though. We keep seeing him gain time in it. We keep seeing him gain time in it. By the way, TV pointed out that Banana has more fuel than either of the two cars ahead of him. So that might come into play. And what was it that you just said a second ago? 1 and 2, Jakey and Lucas are teammates. I wondered with the similar colors. I couldn't remember if they were or weren't. They are teammates, both driving for ERA. So, a 1-2 for the team wouldn't be too bad. Where are my S7R guys at? Rusty, Stig, it's you. It's up to you. You gotta go now. We got 13 more minutes of the race. Put it on. 1 and 2. We're rooting for you all. Rooting for you both? Whatever. Finalized is still in trouble. It's 1.8 seconds now between himself and Stig Xander. You know what is happening behind the top 5? We have stayed with the top 5 for a long time. Though I don't see, looking at the map, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of excitement happening, but I am curious with these folks. Rusty by himself, no battling. Odin seems to have stagnated in 7th place. I thought maybe once he got on the mediums, he might start a charge again, but he has been in 7th place since the last stint, and I think that's what he is going to get. Well, he's only 2.3 seconds behind Rusty, so there is still a chance to get another position, but beyond that, I think this is the end of his charge up the order. Shred the Knight has had a quiet race since his crash. Excuse me, pardon me. Ooh. Flash as well. Nuke has been quiet all night long, just plodding along. Our fearless leader over at S7R. Gurgle, we haven't heard from in a little bit, also racing by himself. He's got a whole minute to Gravedigger. Gravedigger was absolutely holding Xander and the rest of them back earlier in the stint, and he has not recovered at all. He's sitting in 12th place, a whole minute behind the car ahead of him. And then Black Friday, who also wasn't having a great race. These two have been lap traffic, and now they're in a battle for not last. Gravedigger gonna let him have it. Literally gets out of the way to let Black Friday by. Is Gravedigger lapped? No, Black Friday just unlapped himself from Gravedigger, but the timing.
Correct. Black Friday has moved ahead one further lap, or one less lap. Gosh, Banana again.
We're here.
Banana completely annihilating that curb again. That's something I was talking about. Now catching up. And here we go, a battle for second place now with 10 minutes to go, working lap 69. Nice. And, things are looking pretty good here.
Where are they? Jakey 8.8 seconds ahead of them. I mean, it'd be a tall order for either one of them to catch Jakey now. So it really is just a battle for whoever's going to come in second place. First isn't available. So now, does Banana make his move now? Does he feel like he has the pace to make the move and maintain? Or does he stay patient knowing, hey, I've got pace on you. I'm just going to stay behind you and chill until I decide, hey, it's time to do it. We do have 10 more minutes. If he doesn't think he can get around Luke and stay away from him right now, then it might be too soon to make the move, right? Too soon, Junior. But if he thinks he can stay away, then I think he does it now. Do it now and just run. He's got the fuel.
I think he's racing.
Was he a little sideways there? Was that lag? No, he definitely lost time.
I'm not sure, but it didn't look good. Time. That's all I know.
No, not at all.
I think he's racing, Tatiana. He's got 9 minutes to go, the better part of the 9 minutes in the race to go. And this is the time for him to make that pass. I don't think he's sitting 6/10 off of him on purpose.
I think he just picked up a penalty. I think he ate too much of that curb that time. I think he had all 4 wheels inside the white line. Let's see. We should see before the end of this, before he gets to this corner. No penalty. Maybe that was a lag spike. Swear,
I think he's made a deal with the game, and he's allowed to eat as much of that curb as he wants to until the end of the race. I think that's just fine with the game.
I think he is. I think he just kind of he treats it like a jump.
Now, here we go. 5th place, Xander, your teammate here, Tatiana, for all intents, absolutely caught up now to finalized. And I think this will be finalized here, dropping down to 5th place from first.
Oh my gosh, which battle do we watch? Do we watch the battle for second and the battle for 4th?
Well, I'm not sure if this will be much of a battle. Finalized has been pretty heads up all race. I don't see him making it, overly difficult, intentionally with him now knowing that he's bleeding pace and Xander's coming at him.
You're right, and Lucas has a little bit of breathing room anyway there. Banana over a second behind him. Just didn't have a good last stint there in that last lap.
Yeah, I think we'll have a closer battle here potentially between Lucas and Banana. I think finalized will, if it seems inevitable, which it clearly does, I think he'll let him go and solidify 5th place for his finish here, with now less than 8 minutes to go. Gosh, I said it twice now. These events go by so fast. It just blows me away how quickly 2 hours can go.
They do. Do you think finalized won't fight? I mean, with only 8 minutes left, I'm putting up a fight. I'm gonna defend until you make a mistake behind me.
Yeah, I'm not saying he won't not fight. Maybe I should clarify. I'm just saying that I don't think he's gonna overextend.
I see.
More than what he knows he can do. I think he'll do what he can, And if he knows that's not enough, he's not going to put himself into a compromising situation with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a fair assessment. He might not. You know, I'm just maybe I'm the stubborn defender. It's me, because I'm like, listen, I'm gonna stay in your way until you mess up behind me, and that's just the deal that we're about to make. But I agree. You know, why compromise it? The reason I think he might fight is because if he gets 5th place, he'll have gained nothing. You know, he started this race in 5th. He's not doing very well in turn 1. He's able to get it together towards the end and maybe kind of get a late apex, but Xander had the faster line through there, had the quicker path, but you can see that the time is kind of evening out. Xander is not making huge headway on him on those mediums because they're starting to wear out as well. Xander's right front for sure struggling. So corners like this one, corners like that first one, they're almost evenly matched.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're kind of seeing two cars very evenly in the same phase of their stint, and now they're fighting for the same piece of tarmac. I agree.
Battle for 9th.
Oh, battle for 9th here, Nuke and Flash.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see a battle for 9th. I'm into it. Luke with the inside there, got a nose in for a second there. I think he's got it. Yep, that is Nuke with that position there. Finalized.
And there it is.
By Xander.
Xander makes the pass, finalized to 5th.
So that's done there. Nuke over Flash as well. They head into that second sweeper there. So 2 S7R passes in a row. I'm into it. I don't know how you feel about it. But I like it a lot. Another battle for 6th, another S7R battle. We are in the drama. Is it us? Are we the drama? Maybe.
Toddy, you're always the drama.
What? I'm not even in the race. Stop. It's not my fault this time. Rusty onto over Odin. Odin fighting to get something better than 7th place here. He's finally caught up to Rusty. He's only got 5 minutes to make the pass, but he's looking real pacey behind him. I want to see what's going on with Lucas and Banana. Has Banana caught up in 3rd place there? Not quite.
Now
okay,
with less than 5 minutes to go. Less than 5 minutes to go. Here we go. Wow, this is really close too. Odin. You know, Odin's been charging this whole race, but as we said a moment ago, kind of stalled out here in the final phase. It would be nice to see him take that redemption one step further forward and grab that 6th place.
If he sets up well here, he can try to get a run up the hill and then get him in the hairpin. Can we go back to that? Yep, there it goes.
Wow.
Up the hill, gotta run. He's got the outside for the hairpin, but I think he's got the overspeed, and he's gonna get around Rusty right there. Did it perfectly. I saw him back off in the chicane. I knew it's because he wanted to get on that gas and get up that hill faster than him. Finalize has caught back up to Xander a little bit. Again, Xander's gonna struggle a little bit. That front right is almost dead on his car, but he's got to hold on to this for another 4 minutes. That's another 2 or 3 laps that we've got here to go. But Finalize, not defeated, just passed. And that's 2 very different things.
Well, for me, Toddy, as we get to the end of the race here, it's Jakey. An 8.6 second lead, sat in 3rd place, crashed, pitted an extra time, and he leads the race.
Yeah, there's just no way. I don't even understand it. But I think I've said that several times about Jakey, so I'm really not surprised. Where it's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand how he got here, but here he is on the podium. Lucas alone. Banana 3 seconds behind him. Something happened to Banana. It can't be fuel. No damage on that car, but Banana has lost a huge chunk of time to Jakey as he finishes mowing the lawn in the chicane. Finalized, meanwhile, still behind Xander, still holding on to him, refuses to let go. What do we have going on with Odin and Rusty? Is Rusty holding on to Odin or no? Odin made that pass and has run away. See you, goodbye.
I think we are
who else was
looking
battling?
at...
Nuke? It was Nuke and Flash. We're fighting Nuke ahead of Flash now, and with a lot of time. 10 seconds on Flash.
Yeah, we must have missed something
Flash.
there between Flash and Nuke. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Flash went away for a long time. Oh, we think Flash is not going to finish the race. We think he's out of fuel. It is looking really, really low. That might explain why he's got so much time taken away from him by Nuke, who just passed him. Who's behind Flash and how far? Oh, never mind. We still got finalized.
Yeah,
and
let's stay here. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute and 58 seconds to go, and these two are sharing the same piece of track. It'll be interesting to see if Finalized can make one last Hail Mary here. And
maybe they're going to go another lap.
Get that fourth place back. Yeah, wow, look at the push through that sweeper, Toddy, as you spoke about those right fronts being just completely dead.
Yep. Both in bad shape, both tires looking really, really bad. So it really is going to be a matter of who's the braver. Who will lean on what rubber they have left to either make a move in the braking or try to accelerate out of a corner quicker than the other guy. It's not easy to try. Oh, here it comes. Finalized with the move into the hairpin.
Wow.
Can he hold on to it? Keep it tight. Xander looking for the cutback. Is he going to get it? Not sure. You have to decide who's going to go through when you come side by side in this corner. Xander refusing to give it up. Finalized with the better run, the better line. Xander has to back out of it. That was scary. I thought he wasn't going to. You can't go.
This will be the white flag, Tatiana. White flag. This will be the last lap starting now. These two are going to have a battle it out for the next lap.
Look who's
Jakey certainly set to win the race. Lucas looking to be set for second place. Oden right there. I don't think Oden is close enough, nor do I think Rusty Maggots is. I think it'll be between Xander and Finalized.
He is if they keep fighting. He's only 2 seconds behind these two. So Finalized has to hold on to that. If he lets Xander catch back up to him, there's a chance that they might lose a position. There is. But this will be their last lap, so we'll
Finalized,
see.
Though, is very, very close to being out of fuel, maybe even potentially in danger of finishing the race. That is precariously low, especially compared to his... I can barely
see the red.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think Xander's in the same trouble, though. Look how much he slowed down. Oden is right with him. If you go to Xander in a moment here, Nuke crossing the line for 9th place. Can we go back to Xander? I think he's low on fuel too. I think he's in trouble in 5th place. Yeah, he's in trouble. Oden is right there. Yeah. So that's, yeah, he's going to let...
There it goes. Well, Toddy. He is.
Called it.
Yep. There it is. Yeah, so here we go. ERA Jakey winning the race in style. Holds on to 3rd place, crashes, pits again, leads the race, builds an 12-second lead over 2nd place to take the checker flag. That's impressive. Incredibly impressive. Lucas now going to cross the line in 2nd place with almost no fuel. That's Flash, who is out of fuel. Banana with a little bit more in that car, unfortunately, lost his battle. Finalized, going to come through in 4th place after a heroic move to get his position back. Oden into 5th, 6th in Xander, and Rusty in 7th, all across the line together there. Rusty looking like, I was almost in it. I was almost in the fight. Here comes Shredder, Shred the Knight around the last corner. He's got enough fuel to make it. Ooh, almost lost the rear end there. Don't want to spin now. But he's going to cross the line in 8th place. Everyone behind him has already taken the checker. That's Nuke in 9th, Gurgle in 10th. There goes our winner, ERA Jakey. What a run. What a drive. Wow, here comes Black Friday across the line Black
backwards.
Friday, 4 style points.
Yes, 4 style points for Black Friday. They do count towards the championship. We just made that up. So if you see the points on the board or you don't hold us to it. A victory for Jakey, aka Jay Batty, I guess. Jake Batty? That makes sense. A fantastic drive for him. Wow. What a race. I love Yamagiwa so much.
6 places forward.
Yeah. 6 places forward for Jakey. That is insane. He started this race in 7th place and came out the winner by a lot. And here is our final grid order. Paul, do you want to read out loud who how this race ended?
Absolutely. So first place, ERH Jakey, congratulations. 2 hours, 39 minutes on the nose. Lucas, second place, 12 seconds back. Third place, Banana, giving us a great race to talk about. 16.8 seconds off the lead. Finalized. Story of the race, certainly, or one of them, faded from first place at the pit stop all the way down to fourth, but did battle back. Was having trouble with Xander and Oden, and did solidify that fourth place. Oden, fifth place, great recovery ride after a disastrous first lap. Xander, sixth place. Rusty Maggot, seventh. Shred, personally my favorite livery of the race, eighth place, 48 seconds. Then S7R Nuke. And those are starting to be the cards that were a lap down. Gurgle Gurgle, one lap down. Flash, Gravedigger, 11th and 12th. 13th, Black Friday. And we had our DNF Mobile, who we lost just about halfway through the race.
Thank you so very much, Paul. We're going to get podium interviews going really soon here. In the meantime, Paul, we saw some really brave passes, some brave defense maneuvers also in this race. Shout out to Gravedigger. He didn't end very well, but he definitely put on some good racing for us. What were your thoughts?
It was a really great race throughout the entire grid. I think sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. I think the hallmark for me though is to spin and win, right? Just like in real life, to crash, to pit, to repair, to come back, to pit again, and to still win the race and build a lead is that's a good day. That's a good day in the car. So I think Jakey absolutely crushed it. Very eager to hear what Finalized says about what happened there for the second phase of the race, and to see if he was surprised.
Race. Well, unfortunately, we won't get Finalized. We only do the interview with podium winners, and he just missed out on one, right? Ended up in fourth place for the race.
Oh, correct. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we won't hear from Finalized, but we will hear from Jakey, Banana, and who was our third place? But Jakey, Luke, and Banana. Gosh, sorry, Luke. I almost forgot about you there. We're going to go away for a little bit now. We're going to hear from, we're not going to go away, rather. We're going to talk about some of our sponsors. Sorry, Sim Race City. Once again, they sell sim racing equipment. They are the absolute experts in the field. If you have questions, if you have any issues with your current sim racing equipment, they are who you should reach out to get answers. If you need new stuff, it's Christmas time. They probably have a sale going on. I think you should check them out. I love that tagline, because big kids need toy stores too. Exactly. So now let's move on to Origin Micro. Once again, your IT e-commerce superstore. They carry every brand. They carry every bit of equipment you need, from the most expensive, complicated server rack system down to basic Ethernet cable. They got you. Email them directly at sales@originmicro.com for direct assistance. And of course, you can always visit originmicro.com if you're just doing some browsing, some quick shopping, but they are here for personalized help as well. Do we
Toddy, I'm going to jump in here so I can say a little something too, just for all the viewers, that we have put together a little package for some stuff for GT Champions folks, and so they will be we'll be releasing that hopefully on Monday, and some special deals just for GT Champions folks. So stay tuned for that, folks. That'll be coming out pretty soon. Just wanted to put that out there.
Awesome. Where can people see when that comes out? Is that going to be on social media, on the website?
Yes. All of those things.
All of the above. So GT Champions on Instagram, at Facebook, of course, GT Champions on YouTube, and the website, gtchampions.com. Paul, I cut you off. What were you saying?
No, you're all good. I am going to be stepping away from here, so I want to say thank you so much to you guys for having me. Great race, great commentary. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you for the next round.
Thank you, sir. Good having you.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Yeah, it was
everybody.
great having you. Of course. Thank you, Paul.
Talk
See ya.
soon. You're welcome. Yep. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And I got word Jakey and Lucas both cannot make it for interviews today, so we may just not have interviews today because I'm not seeing anything from Banana either.
Well, we've been trying to get our drivers to come in for our interviews, but it seems that they're all too busy celebrating with their team and splashing themselves with champagne and the like, and they can't be bothered to come over here to the commentators booth, and that's okay. We will not begrudge them their celebrations. I will simply say then goodbye on behalf of the entire GT Champions World Cup crew. I have been Tatiana. My co-commentator tonight was Paul Marquardt, and of course, Chris Ball in the background mostly, but he also came in on the mic and said some things to you guys and said hi. But thank you so much, Chris,
Thanks, everybody, for coming.
being a fantastic producer. Ooh, yeah, sorry. Say that. Tell him again, Chris.
I was just going to say thanks for coming, and don't forget to like and subscribe because we got lots of racing coming. In fact, we had one this morning in iRacing. You should go check out because it was awesome in the F4 cars that Sim Race City is promoting. And we had some last night with the Envy Sim Sports, also in iRacing, GT3 racing last night, which was awesome. And our guy Fry took care of the commentary for that one. And we got other stuff coming. So, yeah. Thanks.
That's awesome. I definitely will watch that race. The iRacing stuff is awesome. And I think, is that the first round of F4?
That was the second weekend. It's two races per weekend. So we did round 2. So they finished the next 2. So they've done 4. So
I have 4 races to watch. I can't wait. Super excited.
Yeah.
Guys, you can check that out on YouTube, of course, on the channel.
Yep. And before I forget, I did get a message. Lucas sent a message. He says he's got some words. He says, "Thank you guys for hosting. This was definitely not an easy race with it having a heavy emphasis on tire management. Battling with Banana for over an hour has made me sweating beyond comprehensible measure. Stoked for P2. Couldn't measure up to Jakey's pace tonight, but looking forward to Brands Hatch in the GT86 next weekend." So those are our comments for that. So
awesome. Oh man, I'm looking forward to that too. But that sweaty comment is probably exactly why Paul left me to deal with the sweaty drivers by myself. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the GT86 at Brands Hatch. One of my favorite racetracks, and that car is so perfect for it. I can't wait for that race.
Yep.
We'll see you all next week, or in a couple of weeks, actually. So, Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays.
Yep. Happy holidays.
See ya.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.